Cool. All right. Well, we're not going to have a Brent, which is really upsetting because this entire chapter is about him.
Oh dear.
But that's fine.
He's unconscious from the abundance of pants that he could have had, but no longer are in his grasp.
He had such a wild pants orgy that he's passed out completely.
Yeah, and all of his pants have been nicked.
He won't be happy.
No, but that's the way the cookie crumbled.
So when we left our heroes, they had killed Karavakos in the Pyramid of Shadows, tearing the prison apart in the process, and being flung across to the different time zones or different time periods of history, where they were all miraculously able to make their way to the Castle on the Hill Tavern by very circuitous routes. There, they they found that they were sort of 50 years too late, and that the Orc army of Obould Many Arrows had made its way from the west across the Elsir Vale, taken over the entire Elsir Vale, turning the city of Brindle into a stronghold, and had even sent scouts as far as Winterhaven and the Castle on the Hill for raiding, and had turned that area into a sort of a forward operation, or their own pub. The Fancy Lads also found that the Orcs running the area had imposed a no pants law on all non-Orc citizens.
Outrageous.
So all humans had to go without pants, and in the ensuing battles, all of the Fancy Lads, in some form or another, from Keg Team 6, the current splinter group of the Fancy Lads, lost their pants in some form or another. I mean, Keg wasn't wearing pants anyway, and doesn't really understand the concept of pants, I believe.
No, he's happy to let his spigot hang out.
And Birdperson, I don't know if you want to describe the look of Birdperson. I'm not sure if we ever established if Birdperson wears clothes and or pants.
Yeah, well, Birdperson's wearing scale mail armor, which is kind of weird because he's got feathers. So he's going back to his tyrannosaurical ancestors.
Yeah.
But he's got a kilt on. He doesn't wear pants. He's got a scale mail kilt, which is very nice. And when he flies, you can see his cloaca from every direction.
Beautiful. That it just brings a tear to my eye. That's lovely.
I mean, it brings a tear to many people's eyes, but not for the same reason.
And Keg is wearing, like, do we establish if Keg wore armor? Because he has sort of chainmail or scale mail kind of implanted in his oak, maybe.
Yeah, he's sort of got like raggedy armor on, but not really.
Mm-hmm. And what about Saudade? I remember. Could we describe what Saudade's wearing? Because I think Saudade took an interesting fashion choice last session.
Saudade had his pants burnt off in a fire, or one of his many other pants that he tried to steal off people, burn off in a fire. So he just thought, you know what? No one said anything about a kilt. So he's covered up with his own loincloth / kilt. To sort of bend the rules. What we had not seen just yet, if this is going to fly in this new orc-driven world. But it was because it was just mainly for everyone else's sake, because he is, quite an old man. So definitely some of the cherries have dropped off the tree.
Beautiful. Oh, jeez, good. It's what we all wanted to have in our brains, I think, right?
100%.
Why not? Just got 10 times better.
What was it?
But by cherries, I do mean the ball sacks.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for clarifying.
It is. It's very good.
And by tree, I mean my penis.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Just
Branch,
yeah.
I mean, not.
eh,
You're not talking the full.
no.
All right. Cool. I love that. That's great. All about it. From there, the fancy lads decided in their infinite wisdom to tackle the Orc invasion head on, drive it back to whence it came west across the mountains. And they made their way to Brindle, the city of Brindle, being stopped at Orcish checkpoints, slaughtering their way through those until they came across the fortress, which was Brindle City. Formerly sort of an economic hub of the Elsir Vales. Still that, maybe, but mostly, orcs. And upon looking at its nearly unscalable walls and its 1,000 orc army strong, finally their companion Emma Watson had caught up with them and had reminded them that she had brought Gronk back from the far-flung future in what equated to sort of a chronomancy wizard tower that makes a very interesting TARDIS-like noise. And so instead of beating back the Orc army in the future, why not go back to the future, back to the past, if you will, and stop them from invading that area and gaining such a stronghold in the first place? And so they went back. Now, is there... She says to you, look, I'm going to take you back to a time when you have just entered the pyramid. And I'm going to need you to do what you can to save the people of the Elsir Vale. Maybe stop this invasion. She says to Gronk, look, I know these maybe were once your kin, but I think you've got a new kinship with these lads. And I think it's in the timeline's best interest if Obould doesn't consolidate power here.
I drank that.
And that's why I said, that the politics nowadays is just not up to scratch. Oh, hi, Dan.
Hi, I clicked a button and just gave an entire breakdown of the story so far to an empty channel, so that's fun.
Okay, we know what's going on.
Yeah, we know what's up.
Yeah, we know. So we're with Emma Watson, aren't we?
Yes.
Say we're all over it, mate. We're all over it. Anyway, enough politics
She was going to transport us back in time to fight before they became the empire that it was. I tried to talk her into letting us go to fantasy Bunnings or fantasy Costco, whichever one's closer.
Whichever one's on the way. Yeah, she says we can head to fantasy Bunnings on the way. It'd be best if you lads stock up. She says, look, I noticed that you don't have Barnaby with you. He's usually your hordes person. He's usually the one carrying all your money.
Yeah.
Yep, that is 100% true. But
we're gonna have her.
Yeah, can we take out a low interest or no interest loan?
A low interest soul loan, where like that.
She knows we're good for it.
She knows we're good for it. She knows we're gonna get. Look, think about it this way, Hermione. Once you give us the money, right? If we change time, then you're not going to ever lend us the money to begin with. So it's not like you ever really lost it. Because
and to be honest,
we're going to be rich.
Hermione, let's face it, if you can already travel in the future, money should be no worries for you. You just invested in the right thing. You've actually got infinite amounts of information
You're
on
the
sleeve,
Steve Jobs of your generation.
Yeah, without even risking anything. You know exactly what's going to come
without the naturopathy stuff, you can keep yourself alive.
Invest in our pub. Yeah, number one. It's only going to turn into the good things. Don't worry about the last 30 years, because we'll be back to run it properly.
Exactly.
/ into the ground.
Deal.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know how much that sways mine. We need to do.
Alex just ended that with, "Yep, deal." I'm convinced of myself.
She says, "Look, I can give you some assistance in when it comes to supplies, perhaps. I mean, I'm not super liquid right now. Been eating a lot of avocado toast, hoarding toilet paper for the end of times. You know how it is."
Well,
No.
no, you can travel through time. You should be perfectly flush, my friend. I'm not buying any of that. Actually, can I roll an insight check?
Yeah,
See if she's telling the truth.
give me an insight check.
Okay. Normal roll. I got a 20.
Not bad.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Hermione's loaded. Don't pretend she isn't.
She's like hastily stuffing fucking gold trinkets and shit back into her cloak. She's like, "No, I've got nothing. I've got nothing."
Notice that when she smiles, she's actually got like gold-plated teeth and like a diamond
She's got a
crusted like.
fucking grill.
Yeah. She seems to be hesitant. Definitely hesitant to loan you money, right? You think maybe there's more to it. She says, "Look, giving you that kind of thing, like, you haven't been trained in how to like not upset the space-time continuum. If I just throw a bunch of money at you, like, I may cause more problems than we solve. I mean, I really shouldn't even be bamfing you guys around the timeline. I could get into a lot of trouble."
Okay, that's what you had to say. That's fine. Not a problem. I trust your judgment.
What's life without a bit of danger and risk, Arnie?
Yeah,
Just a bit of a world building question, Daniel. Does Hermione have pants on?
She's got like a robe dress thing going on.
Okay, all right. So they're not completely outlawed.
No, the also, I mean, I don't think their jurisdiction would extend to super cool wizards who have TARDISes. And mostly they had taken over the entire Elsir Vale and had started pushing into the Nentir Vale. So it's not like the whole world has been taken over by orcs. It's sort of like this corner of it. But the Elsir Vale was once part of the Nirath Empire.
No, we were very similar with our pants laws. Very similar.
Nice.
So maybe they're actually they're bringing it back. They're bringing back the old ways.
Look, I can respect that.
Right, so she doesn't want to give us a loan.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you want to do with this, Hermione? Let's go.
Well, look,
Well, hang on,
I mean,
what's the point of us going?
If you want to go to
What's
Fantasy Bunnings, if you have money, you can spend it for sure.
We don't have any money, so let's
Exactly.
let's
So
pass
how
that.
are we going there?
Let's
We're
pass
broke
that
as shit.
No, I need to go to Fantasy Costco because I got one of the skull coins, so I'm going.
All right. Well, you go and have a very quick trip there, and then let's go and find some pants.
And don't forget, we can always find the soul dealer, and we can always just make a bargain with him.
I look Saudade dead in the eyes and say, "Fuck no." That's a dumb idea.
way.
Dumb to do that.
You gotta live a little, guys. Just like what we said to Hermione. What's life without a bit of risk? All right.
Yeah, but remember when Barnaby was just Barnaby and not Ronan, and had a fucking death stick sticking out of his chest? I remember those days.
That had nothing
Average
to do
farm
with his,
remembers.
that had nothing to do with his soul.
Are you
I-
fucking
Also-
high?
Where is he?
You know,
How come he didn't come back from the time loop?
I tell a Birdperson, I was like, his soul curse, the only time it ever came to effect was when we met Tarnaby. But the Rod of Ruin was his own doing, not related to the soul deal. And then Ronan was as soon as he entered in the pyramid, which was nothing to do with the soul deal. Don't confuse the really good deal with all the bad shit that's happened to Barnaby.
You go to Costco. I'm just gonna go get this bread out of the oven.
Okay.
And if you feel like you want to give up your soul for a nice shiny sword, that's your soul.
Absolutely
You
do
do
that.
with
Go
you
for
do
it.
whatever you want with it.
Cool. All right. So Watson powers up the machine, taps the floor a couple of times with her magic umbrella, and we there's some cool noises. Where are my cool noises? Here we go. And we find ourselves outside in the car park of Fantasy Bunnings. Let me just check. Hold on. Yep, there's a sausage sizzle going on.
Keg runs over. He's been in a cupboard for too long.
Yeah. As a Keg queues up, because there's a queue, or Keg pushes past the queue? I don't know.
Keg pushes past the queue.
Yeah. And there's a minotaur sort of underneath the tent that's got the barbecue on it, and he's got sort of an apron on that says "Milk the Chef," and he's sort of like working at the snags and stuff, and he sort of stoops down a little bit. He's like, "Hello, little boy. Would you like a sausage? Do you like a pig in a blanket?"
Yeah, Keg just goes to, how they got the tray that leaves all the sausages out.
Yeah.
So they're quick to go.
Yeah.
Keg just helps himself, smiles at the Minotaur like you're a very nice creature.
Yeah.
Grabs it, probably grabs a handful, maybe 4 or 5 sausages, and then wanders off. Because usually
he says
Barnaby handles this kind of stuff.
He yells out, "Oh, wait there, young lad! It's 1 gold per sausage. 50 silver for a can of drink."
I lean over. I'm like, "I'm so sorry, man. He doesn't really understand what he's doing. Let me take him away." And as Keg's like grabbing fucking handfuls and handfuls of stuff, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. He doesn't understand English. He doesn't understand common."
Yep.
Yeah, I turn around and say, "Mate, you should really get payment before you give out this stuff. Anyways, that's really bad business from you." And I walk off as well.
He sort of looks around aghast for a moment, and then yells, "Security! We have someone who's not paying for their sausages." And
look, I don't think you understand. This was a complete misunderstanding. He doesn't know what he's doing. Look, you said he's a little kid. Look, we're really sorry. I don't have any money. I don't know why he queued up.
Hold on, let me sit down here.
Number 1, Keg didn't queue up.
Yeah.
Number 2, those sausages are eaten.
Yeah, they're gone.
I say I have nothing to do with these guys, to be perfectly honest. I just wanted to tell you about your bad business practice. So, just consider it a lesson learned, to be honest, and let's not make a big deal out of this.
I mean, you've just... and the Minotaur says to you, Saudade, "Well, you will be a witness in this theft that we'll report to the authorities."
Don't want to be. Why? I say don't want to be. I walk off from the situation.
He looks to you, Birdperson, and says, "Are you this thing's caretaker?"
No, nobody caretakes him. I'm just doing my best to keep him out of trouble, which obviously not very well.
So it is your job to keep him out of trouble, yet trouble he has landed us in, and sausages they must be paid for.
Well, they could be, but you don't. Let's just leave it as is, right? Just cut your losses. Somebody's going to steal some, and let's go. But don't worry about it. Just, I'm out. See you later. I usher Keg inside with Saudade following him.
I just
turn my back on him. I'm not dealing with this. That guy is pedantic as fuck.
You wouldn't yell at a dog for eating a sausage.
Exactly. I yell that back at him. You wouldn't yell at a dog for eating a sausage, you racist. And then we get inside.
The Minotaur looks nonplussed.
Yeah, that's fine. I leave him nonplussed and we walk out of there. Okay, I hope the sausages are worth it.
You see him talking to one of the security guards.
Oh, that's fine.
As you guys enter.
I'm not worried
What
about
are they going to do? Yeah, like not let us come in, idiot.
This is gonna go great.
Well, I mean, neither Keg nor I need to be here, Saudade, so this is you.
I go in. I'm way ahead of these guys. I'm about a clear 10 meters away. Because I've got such quick speed, and I say to the guy at the front, the door grid, I say, "Hey mate, Gashpon coin machines. Where are they?"
Yeah, he
and
points.
Also, is the warlock the one who makes deals? The dealing warlock here?
Oh yeah, so the Gashapon is over there, past aisle 3. You want to head through the paint section, right to the back. If you want the layaway area counter, that's end of aisle 6. And if you want the deals warlock counter, you wanna that's actually to the front of the store. It's near where you exit because you can like kind of make some deals before you leave. It's sort of like a gift shop, really.
Okay,
you kind of have to go through. The deals area before leaving.
I've already walked off. I mean, I'm just like, mate, I'm not here to chat. All right.
Yeah.
You call me down aisle 3, right back up the front of the store.
Cool.
So I just go straight down.
He tries to keep pace with you. Like he's like, "Oh, so you're working on a project, are you? Can anything else we can help you with or help you find in the store?"
I've got 55 speed.
This is too close to real life, Dan. Please no.
And so I walked off and go.
So a bit of a weekend project, is it? I've done a few of those myself.
I walk up and I go to the Gosha point thing. I've got my 100 roll dice ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I put the coin in and I turn it. I turn the Gosha point.
Give me a sec.
I've been waiting on this for like 6 months. I've been waiting on this for ages.
Sure. Let me have a look here. All items. Wondrous. Yeah. All right. Give me the D100.
All right. I rolled a 23.
23. Okay, cool. All right. So you're in there. You find the Bunnings Gashapon machine. Put in your token, mark that off, and turn the crank. You get a pretty small capsule, and with like kind of like a rattling and jingling noise in it. You crack that bad boy open, and inside
Six butt plugs. But they all have to be used at the same time.
But for 6 different people. Cool. So you have you see 2 interlocking bands. One gold is engraved with motifs of laughing faces, and the other is granite with a motif of faces set in stony silence. The ring rewards the witty, but punishes japes that fall flat. Once per day on a successful attack roll, if the wearer can deliver a one-liner, quip, or appropriate pun before rolling damage, the attack is converted into a critical hit. However, if the jape is deemed to have fallen flat, the wearer is overcome by lethargy and behaves as if affected by the spell slow until the end of its next turn.
Oh, and that's once per day?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Great.
Awesome. So, witty one-liners, definitely up my alley, I think. That's a joke because I'm not witty at all. Let's get ready for
Oh,
those one
Jesus.
lines.
Saudade
Gonna
is
be
going
very
to die.
lethargic. It's not the first time.
Yeah, well, I guess the question is, I mean, Saudade probably thinks this is the perfect item, though, right? Because he's got all these dad jokes he's been saving up. They're hilarious. He knows that.
Yeah, I mean, Saudade is a funny guy, but you just need to know what is funny. There we go. Got a laugh off the GM. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
One-liner.
I'm so happy that this came up.
Ring of Quipitical Hits. I've added it to your character sheet and equipped it for you.
So it's as I'm attacking him, I have to say like a one-liner.
If the attack lands, I guess our system rolls damage at the same time. So we'll say that you make you got to make the one-liner as you do the attack, and if it hits, then it gets turned into a critical hit. If it didn't hit, we'll just say it wasn't used up. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. All right. Cool. All right. Now, so I see old mate who was trying to talk to me, like finally catch up as I'm like looking at these bands. I just kind of flip them off and like walk away again. I start to walk. If it helps, I used to be a door greeter, so I'm just treating him like how I used to get treated. And I walk over, I briskly walk over to the warlock, and I reckon by the time I get there, I still see the Minotaur like by the front door, sort of like pointing at
Keg
the
and
other two,
Birdperson.
sort of.
Yeah.
They're still making a big deal, and I just go talk to the warlock,
and he says, "Oh, Saudade! Oh, what? We were just talking about you."
Hey, well, how long has it been since we last saw each other? Because when we last saw each other, then we went into the pyramid, then the pyramid disappeared, then it's like 30 years in the future for me. What is it for you? Because you're obviously outside time and space in Fantasy Bunnings.
Yeah, I mean, Fantasy Bunnings has no clocks in it. It's kind of like a casino. So it's really hard to tell how time travels in here, but it's so great to see you. The last time I saw you must have been the wedding tournament.
Yeah. And then we went and saved the world for the pyramid. Remember that?
I also remember you breaking your friend out of jail and skipping town.
You give a few, you take a few. You know how it is.
I remember now. We're not on the best of terms. We should have gone Costco.
He says, interesting. I saw your friend Barnaby just the other day. Crazy. Did you guys have a falling out? I thought
Hey, weird
Oh,
question.
and your small gnome friend.
To be honest,
He's
I don't know his name either.
he's a great character. No, I remember it well, Heimdall, because we made an excellent deal. It was good haggling all round, very thrilling.
Oh, okay. Well, you keep that one in your pants, bud. So, what year was it roughly when you
Speaking
met
of, do you need some pants? How about we make a deal?
Yeah. What I want to know is what's the best deal you can do on my soul, obviously.
10,000 pounds.
My soul is obvious. Like, I'm always looking to see what I can get for my soul. What's the trading value?
Mm-hmm.
What are you offering, mate? Mind you, people said I was going to die ages ago. I'm still kicking. There's obviously something in me that keeps me.
So it's a
fighting.
used soul, is what I'm hearing. It's got a couple of miles on it. It's running low.
Let's think of the extras that it's got. All right, I've got like this key power that really, like, literally, check this out. And I shoot a fireball out of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
It heads in the direction of the sausages.
I'm like, you don't see that every day. That's being channeled from within. I've got something special in me. My mum told me when I was younger as well. So, what can you do?
Well, I mean, souls aren't usually my stock and trade.
We're doing this whole like talking thing. Let's just get right. What do you want?
That's the juice of a deal, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but we need to go save some orcs from like taking over the world. You know, we're on this whole like save the world thing again. There's Hermione. I point to our left, point to our right. I'm like, there's Hermione. You know her. We've got some important places to be. Let's just crack on with it, buddy. What can you do?
Sure.
I'm willing to walk away. I'm willing to walk away if you don't give me best price.
Well, we got something in, that I think would very much interest you. Are you a gambling man by chance?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I've definitely put a few money on the ponies before, but, you know, it's not really my cup of tea. But hit me with it. What you got?
We got a new item in recently that I think would interest you greatly.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of the Deck of Many Things?
Ooh. No, I have not, and I've heard of many things.
It's a wondrous thing. And what you do is you draw a card. And depending on what card you draw, almost as if you're at a fortune teller, it influences your future in crazy, magical ways.
And is it a one-use thing, or like do I get to reshuffle the deck every time I do it?
Tell you what, for you and your friends, I will let you, for your soul, I'll let you have 3 cards. I'll let you draw 3 cards.
So it's like I just draw 3 now, and I can use them whenever I need.
I mean, most of them kind of happen instantaneously.
Okay. And you'd want my soul, or like the ability to do whatever you want, like you did with Barnaby that one time. We don't know what happened, but we just know that you really fucked with Barnaby.
The deal I had with Barnaby was much simpler and lower stakes. He owes me a favor. For a soul, I mean, that's why I'm offering such a great boon here. Adventurers go their entire lives, entire generations, without finding the Deck of Many Things. We have one in our possession, and I'm willing to let you draw from it.
We should rob fantasy Bunnings.
We should. I turn around. We should, but definitely when the whole group's together. All right, buddy. And I just go. All right, mate. You know, we'll do it one day. Do it.
I'm gonna go get another sausage. And Keg walks off.
Keg. Do it when the guy's back's turned, and I give him like a little nudge on the backside. Cool. What would you do for just a? Okay, what you got for a favor then? Let's go low stakes. What else do you have for low stakes? I want to hear all the things. What else do you have?
I mean, what do you? If you're offering me a favor, a general favor, that I can claim at any time, we could probably. I mean, we could offer you just some store credit for that, surely.
Okay. All right. Yeah, cool. So store credit for that. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? Let me go talk. Birdperson.
What up?
So I tell Birdperson the 2 deals, and I'm like, "How do you feel? How do you feel about these 2 deals, mate?"
I mean, look, they're for you to take yourself, man. I appreciate you asking my input, but
yeah,
I wouldn't do anything.
You wouldn't do anything?
No. I don't want anybody having a hold over me for anything. Debt is the worst.
I actually whisper to him, like, I actually don't believe in souls. You know, monks, we believe that there's only one life only. We just try to do the best we can.
Don't you harness key energy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but that's more like of a breathing thing. It's not actually a soul thing. It's more like the energy that we have in our body.
So you're a monk that doesn't believe in the soul?
No, like, yeah, you know, we're the type of monks that believe in like the here and now. You know, we believe we're here but now. We believe there's energy that transfers through all of us. Yeah, but we don't believe in like an actual physical soul that gets transferred on and on and on. You know, we are just but a vessel of energy.
Well, man, if that's what you believe, then by all means, make this deal. Because that's
a great price.
And I turn around. I'm like, you know what? if we make it 5 cards from the deck of many things, I'll give you my soul.
Ooh, 5 cards. 5 cards. Hmm.
I'm walking away. I won't have it. Okay, let's go get you some more sausages, buddy. And I start to do the old, bartering in the Asian markets where I start to turn around and walk away.
But Garfield, seeing a deal walk away, says, how about you... Because 3 pulls from the deck of many things is incredibly rare thing. I'll make it 4 and throw in a couple of healing potions because you might need them. But you make it your undying soul, and you have to do me a favor.
And a favor? Alright, but you're going to have to... If you can chuck in like 100 gold coins worth of soul credit, I reckon we've got a deal there. So, the soul, the favor, we get a couple of healing potions, we get 4 decks of the future card, and let's say 100, I don't know, maybe 200? Let's call it 200.
200.
Nice 200.
$200 store credit?
Yeah, 200s.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So he sort of writes all this down. And I'm going to write it down as well, just so that I have it.
I think I need to write it down as well. Speaking of having, I don't know why.
This is an incredible off-the-cuff deal you just decided to go for.
So,
it's great.
Saudade will pay unto Garfield, the Deals Warlock, his soul, we'll pay unto Garfield the Deals Warlock his ownership of his soul, ownership of his Saudade's soul, the promise of one and the promise of one favor. Promise of one favor to be claimed at Garfield's what's the word? Like not at his leisure, but like at his inference? Discretion. Yeah, that's good. Discretion. Ask the guy who runs a business. Mr. Doug, he's got all the contract words.
Hey, I got these ready to go.
You got the boilerplate soul contract ready to go.
It's all part of running a business, baby boy.
Yeah. So Garfield.
So wait, what does the actual contract state? Just because I need to.
I'm writing it down. I'll post it. I'll post it in Discord. Garfield the Deals Warlock, mate. Like I didn't. In case you can't tell, did not have just a fucking deals contract prepared. Will allow Saudade to draw up to 4 cards from the deck of many things. 200 gold, plus 200 gold in store credit, right?
Yeah.
So, Saudade will pay unto Garfield the Deals Warlock ownership of his, Saudade's soul, and the promise of one favor to be claimed at Garfield's discretion. Garfield the Deals Warlock will allow Saudade to draw up to 4 cards from the deck of many things, plus 200 gold in store credit.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it. And I sign the dotted line.
Jesus.
I'm going to put that in the Discord there, and that is signed.
That's right, lads. I have a plan.
Yeah, start a new character.
No, I'm going to try and hit level 20 where I don't die. And then that solves that. I'll never die.
What level? We're on level 8.
Yeah, so we better get fucking moving.
We've been playing for 2 years, and your plan is I'm just gonna hit level 20.
Just gonna hit level 20, boys. All right, go big or go home.
I've got a mortgage, and I'm just gonna win the lottery. Yeah.
I'm just gonna borrow money from the mob, and then just the mob isn't going to be a problem anymore once I'm rich.
Exactly.
I know a great
Try to
horde.
get the hang of it.
Good. Okay. So
Cool.
Garfield, deal. You both sign it. Garfield asks, "What would you like to draw now? Did you want to do like some draws now, some draws later? Did you want to just draw like one? Do you want to draw all 4? Do each of you want to have a turn? What's the go?"
I'll draw one now, and I'll see what it's like, and then I'll see if I need to draw another one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy to have a turn
So
on
I-
Saudade's behalf. Whatever. I'll
Yes,
go
same.
right after him.
Nah, I draw. So I draw one card now.
Okay. I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Another one. Okay, cool. 66. That's not a good sign.
Interesting. Okay.
Awesome. I like that.
So you pull out a card, and it is single attack initiative. The attack is around +7. 2d8. Okay. So you draw a card, and it is the 6 of. Where'd my fucking thing go? Is the 6 of hearts, and I hear a lot of weird noises.
Yes, sure. I think.
The magic bolts of energy sort of fly out of the card incredibly fast, and seem to be sort of one of them flies at Garfield, one of them flies at you, Saudade, one of them flies at Birdperson, one of them flies at Keg. Each horde deals different damages. Okay, can be harmed or dispelled.
Sean, can you mute yourself for just a sec, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing, but it's so loud.
Are you?
He's tearing up a character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's doing it whilst underneath the radio of like a mobile tower or something.
What does it sound like?
It's,
Like,
it's,
like
Like
our
next
fucking
to-
ears being scraped up.
do you remember when like
Yeah.
phones like you could hear a call coming through your car radio before like it came?
Yeah.
Like
Did it only
that.
just start up, or has it been the whole time? Because I actually haven't done anything.
It also
like-
sounds like scraping, like you're shuffling papers on your desk.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I am writing the notes down. So is it stopped now?
Well, it stops when
Yeah.
you stop
Yeah, it's-
talking.
I don't think
Okay.
it's you writing notes. I think it's just whatever it is. in the
Okay.
mic.
Okay. So this is what happens. Do you see all that?
Where are we looking?
In the chat box for in Foundry. 8 bolts of chaotic energy fly out of the card extremely fast and attack all creatures within a 120-foot radius sphere centered on where the card was drawn. The bolts acquire targets randomly each round and make a single attack at initiative 20. The attack is a ranged spell attack with +7 to the attack roll and deal 2d8 plus 66 damage. Each
the
bolt deals a
fuck?
different type of one of these 8 damage types. Acid, cold,
a great
fire,
spell.
force. The bolts
good.
cannot be harmed or dispelled. Do not attack anything that leaves the sphere and disappear after 1 minute. Cool. So, we are going to roll initiative. I'm going to see if I can make a just a blank scene here of Oh, this is not what I expected going into tonight's Bunnings.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be fighting the air.
Fantasy Bunnings, where all your dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
Jesus
Seems like
Christ.
seems like a real kick in the dick.
Yeah. Let's move everyone over to this sort of Fantasy Bunnings, and we'll pull out everyone who's here. So fancy lads, we got Saudade, we got Keg, we got Birdperson. Do I have a token for Garfield? Garfield.
No. Where's
Us...
the old initiative roll on?
In your character sheet?
No, on this equipment, spells, features. Oh, just hold on. I've got it.
And then we'll just pull up a flame skull. Wow. And then we'll have Garfield here as well. Let's give everyone vision, because I don't know why I didn't do global illumination. So you guys are standing next to Saudade in an open field
Let me
here.
roll. Hold on.
I think I need to maybe start a combat. Oh, shit.
To the graphic evil mage. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Mostly just as a filler for old mate here.
Nice.
And then we're all going to put you in combat. Now you should be able to roll.
Birdperson. Oh dear, I've clicked it a lot of times. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've made a mistake.
Here we go. Everyone just sit down for a minute.
Okay, you can take that 20. You can take that two natty 20s if you want.
I see a 4. I like the 4. Oh, 3.
I did get a 13.
See that, Alex? See how you just click it once?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are in Fantasy Bunnings at the deals counter, and Saudade's been handed like a small deck of cards, and he has drawn one, and then it has started glowing in sort of a sphere. Was it like 120-foot radius? Radius is just from the center, isn't it? Let's draw it. Let's measure this bad boy. Can I? Whoa, never mind. Not that one. That way. This way. 120 feet. Oh my god, it's bigger than we have map space for.
Brilliant.
It's about this big.
Cool. I love it.
I'm gonna delete these other ones.
It's basically a nuclear explosion, but of magic.
Yeah.
And it cost 1 soul.
And it cost 1 soul.
Well, kind of like a quarter of a soul, really, because he's got 4 more pulls.
Right, oh yeah, definitely want to keep pulling these cards. Fuck yeah.
Saudade,
pull it again.
Can you give me your initiative roll? Sean?
I think he's muted.
He's muted himself.
Yeah, I've rolled a 9 altogether.
Okay.
Cool.
You don't want to use the tool? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, I mean, like, the not using the tool got me a 66, which got me this card. So I think, if anything, the normal roll has really helped me.
Cool. All right. Well, we begin with the deck of cards and their attack first.
Birdperson, have you had a rest, or are you actually like really low on health?
No, I'm really low on health.
Oh, okay, cool. We should have had a long rest.
That's okay. Look, we didn't know this was going to happen. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, we didn't know that you were gonna unleash Eldritch Magics.
Yeah.
This could happen to anyone at any point at any Bunnings.
We should try and keep this card so we can use it at a later date against people we don't like.
We should stop letting you do things.
You tried to steal a...
Oops, why have I got Saudade selected? I should have this guy. Anyway, so...
I didn't try, mate. I stole the sausage, and it was delicious.
The first... can I just rename this card? Deck of cards. Cool. The first sort of bolt of chaotic energy flies out of the deck of cards towards you, Birdperson, and misses. The second one flies towards you, Saudade. 18. Does that hit your AC?
Yes, right on it.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Can you roll a 1d8 for me, please?
1d8, awesome. I got the full 8.
Okay, so a bolt of thunder flies
Fuck my
out of this
life.
card and deals you 22 damage.
22 damage. Alright. Okay. Alrighty. This is fun.
Let's see, display bars.
Having a good time, aren't we? Who's enjoying the night?
Keg, one comes flying at you.
Mhm.
19 to hit.
Raise my shield. Ooh, no.
And one comes flying out at Garfield, the Deals Warlock.
If we can kill Garfield now, guys, we basically got the deck of cards.
We have to take his stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually part of the deal.
I'm alright with that.
Yeah, it's actually.
I think that's actually a pretty good plan.
Yeah. Hey, remember we said we're going to rob fantasy? Remember we said we're going to rob fantasy Bunnings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's time now.
It's probably close.
Mate, ask the universe and you shall receive.
Yeah. What's the old saying? In chaos is opportunity. I forget which character and what movie said that. But
Chaos
someone
is
said
a
it
lot of
somewhere.
Game of Thrones.
Where we go?
Cool. All right.
That's what Dan Andrews tells himself every night before bed, am I right? Anyway, playing on.
All right, so a bolt of... let's give him...
Fuck my life.
Another bolt of thunderous force comes out and sort of slams into Barnaby.
Garfield?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Garfield.
Oh, thank God. I was like, Barnaby, see?
Yeah. And what has he got here? Wall of fire.
Fuck, he's got magic on his side, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, well he'll do that on his turn. One more bolt kind of flies out and explodes the Minotaur that's at the at the sausage sizzle. Like some random customers like take cover behind some of the aisles as
Are they volunteers? Those sausage guys?
Yeah. He was raising money for his
charities and stuff.
He was raising money for his scout troop.
That's a lie. There's no scout troop of Minotaurs.
Not anymore.
Excellent.
This guy needs to be in.
They say mess with the bull, you get the horns.
So quick off the mark, Garfield is just like, oh crap, and kind of steps back. You see him like hit a button behind the counter, and sort of this wall, this sort of a semi-translucent wall drops down, shielding him, and sort of alarms start going off in the Bunnings. Birdperson.
Yeah. Cool. I am
confused.
Okay. I've just read their thing, so I can't even attack them. All right. Cool. Well, I don't have any spells left, so I'm making a run for it.
It's 120 feet, mate. You're gonna spend like 4 turns trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
We gotta. I don't know. Well, you can't dispel them. You can't attack them. I don't have any spell slots left.
I mean, like I said, I think we just pick up the card.
What?
Disappears after 1 minute. That helps.
Yeah, it's 10 turns.
And it's all right. Just duck and weave, boys.
Duck and weave. All right, serpentine. Actually, what I should have done is this. I should have gone like this.
Yeah, good.
Well, you can just use the dodge act, like the dodge act, or the what do you call it? Dodge action as well.
Yeah.
Get a disadvantage on the rolls.
No, they roll at 20.
What do you mean?
They roll with +7.
Yeah, but they still get disadvantage on the rolls if you're doing the dodge action.
Yeah.
Not if it's magic though, right?
No, because it's you're trying to be harder to hit. I think that'd still work.
I mean, if you're happy to do that, then I feel like that wouldn't work. But if you're happy to allow
it's
that,
more like you're kind of waiting it. You're trying to feel the force, Luke. Like see where it's coming at you, and then dodge out of the way at the last second.
point. I close my eyes.
Advantage. He gets advantage on the roll.
I get advantage. Yeah, I've closed my eyes and I'm running blindly north.
Can I change the color of this? Yeah, I can. Stroke color. Say gray, fill color. This is sort of the counter here. And there's probably shelves. I gotta assume there's shelves in fantasy Bunnings. Can I move them? No. Cool. And we'll say the exit to Fantasy Bunnings is... So you got the wall here, and then there's kind of like the checkouts, right? And there's that coffee area. And then there's outside the wall, I guess, is the barbecue. Cool. All right, so you can stand there and take the dodge action. Do realize that a whole minute is 10 rounds, so you have to dodge 9 more of these things.
Yeah.
Saudade. So you've been given you've been handed a deck of cards. Hold on, you've been handed a deck of cards. You've pulled one off the top, and then it's sort of floated up in the air. It is sort of floating in the air there, shooting off, magic. You still are holding the deck of cards.
All right. I try to, I guess, because it's like you said, it's Arcana. So I try and see if I can kind of use my key powers, kind of like in Guardians of the Galaxy, where they try and control the Power Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I try and see if I can do that. I'm just trying to look at what would be the best thing for it. Not religion. I guess it is just a straight up Arcana check, isn't it? Or what would my soul how would I use my soul in this? Trying to see a way I can use my soul to my advantage.
Yeah,
I cannot. So
I thought you didn't. I thought you just said you didn't believe in the soul.
So
Wasn't that the whole point of making the deal?
No, I mean my energy,
You reach within, you sort of dig deep, you find nothing.
Yeah. I'm trying to use to power the key. I guess I'm trying to use that key to sort of control it.
Mm-hmm.
Like your soul?
No. It's energy, man. Energy is different from the soul. Okay, the soul is like someone's being. Yeah. The energy is sort of what powers you, the breath in you, sort of thing. Very different stuff, man. Yeah, so I'm going to use I don't know what I'll be using. I guess it is Arcana. Yeah, but I might call it nature. I'm trying to use my natural sort of energy to sort of overpower it with my key points. but like my nature's a 0 as well, just for like story mode. Does that make sense? Understand?
Well, nature's like not that. No.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, are you trained in Arcana?
No.
Okay.
No, like not in not in magic, because I like remember how I also don't believe in magic. I just think it's like really cool party tricks.
Yeah.
But like I said, like what I believe in is like like monks, we use our breath, we use our our key powers, we use energy, that would naturally be around us and that we like harness. So I'm just trying to think like what that would be. But I guess it's an Arcana check. I guess in like at the end of the day. So I'm going to do an Arcana check, try and see if I can like overpower this with my own sort of will.
Sure.
And like my own energy. Nope. It's a flat. That's a 6. It's a flat 6.
Cool. Well, that's your full action. You stare hard at this thing, going like, "Okay, you got this. How can I contain this energy or something?" And you try and construct a sort of bubble around it using your own key, and then you realize that no, magic is bullshit. Like this thing probably can't even hurt me. Magic's not real. If I don't believe in it, it can't hurt me. Keg, you're up.
I actually look across to what do you call it, the warlock, and I say, "Nice, cool party trick, mate. Cool party trick." As I'm like holding this thing, like getting smashed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
when we first came in here, there was a big case with a awesome-looking tankard in it. Is that case still around?
A case with a tank.
Gonna go looting? Are you thinking about looting this place?
The door guy's dead. The Deals of Warlock is hiding behind glass, and I clearly heard Daniel say people have gone running in every direction. Now, it's not my fault if one of these thunderbolts happens to hit a glass case.
Yeah, I think we established that like last time you were here, you found the tankard of potent drink, which is a mug that makes alcoholic beverages in it much more potent. In addition, it can also sober up an inebriated individual when water is drunk from it.
Boo.
Was that the thing?
That's the thing.
Or
is that still around?
Maybe, yeah. You could try and find it up one of the aisles. You also remember the drunkard's hat, which is a fine straw hat, and the user knows the location of the nearest alcoholic beverage within 100 feet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You also remember maybe similar things like the champion's belt, which is an ornate belt given to someone who has bested all opponents in a test of strength. Once per day, the wearer may substitute their strength score for their wisdom or charisma score when making a skill check. What else have we got? There was a pocket spa. I think you guys had already bought the coin of certainty. I'm not sure who has that now.
Oh, yeah. I think I am going to go looking around.
Loot.
Looking around for the tankards.
Cool. All right. Give me, I would say, maybe like a perception check or some sort of insight check to kind of like navigate your way around in all the panic to try and find your way back to where this glass case was.
Can do. Oh, that's a tasty 19.
Yeah, I think you kind of remember, like, Keg had this in his mind, even though it's been like 300, 1,000 years or whatever it's been. He never forgot. He never forgot it. I've never forgotten a tankard. I've never seen a tankard I didn't like. And
the whole time I was in that cupboard, this is what I was drawing over and over again.
Yeah.
In your mind.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Great.
You head out to the shelves. Actually, I guess there'd be shit. I'll rotate them. We all know Bunnings shelves actually run perpendicular.
That's what I was gonna say. This isn't a Costco.
Yeah. I've never actually. Would you believe I've never been to a Costco?
It's just a big Bunnings, but with food.
How could you say just in front of that sentence? It's a Bunnings with food.
It's a Bunnings with food.
But Bunnings
it's
has
amazing.
a sausage sizzle. Like, what other food would you need?
You're not wrong.
The freezer aisles in Costco are amazing. It's a food Bunnings
Yeah. Okay. Can
with
we?
liters of alcohol as well.
That's always a good point. Can we copy those? Oh, look at that! Now,
Oh mate, you are throwing this campaign together.
now we're thinking with portals.
Brent is going to be so disappointed that he missed out on the session that we looked around.
Yeah.
Dan, quick question.
Yeah.
How busy is the Bunnings at the moment? Because you know how this thing attacks, anything within the 120 radius. So
Yeah.
innocent bystanders are now just going to be attacked, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're running.
Yeah.
They're running. He was clear to
Yeah,
say
so-
everyone's running.
Yeah, awesome. But it's 120 feet. Just saying, Saudade, Keg, and Birdperson might not be the only ones getting thunderbolts thrown their way in this next round.
Correct. Yeah. And yeah. So I think a bunch have already gone off, right, and hit a bunch of people.
Sausage sizzle guy's dead, mate.
Yeah, we'll probably draw. So there's the entrance over here. We got the back of the store. Up here is like the Goshapon area. I can't even draw outside the lines up here now. Damn. Over here's the nursery. There's like a children's play area over here. Just outside, kind of, the 120-foot sphere. Maybe no children will be murdered. Cool. So, Keg, you go running off down the aisles.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing with the 19. I have an idea of which aisle.
Yeah. So, what's your movement speed? And I assume you dash to fully realize
I'll be
this
charging.
distance.
Yeah, I'm charging. So I think it's 60 with charger.
Whoops. So you can, if you drag yourself, you can, I think, hold control when you left click to pick yourself up. You tell me which aisle it's in.
Okay. What do you know? It's straight ahead.
Yeah. Maybe in one of the back aisles.
Okay. So let's go straight ahead back aisle. I'm aiming for...
Yeah, around here somewhere. Cool. All right. The deck of cards turn.
Hang on. I can't move young Keg. Whatever.
Okay, move young Keg.
There we go. I'm in. Okay. Fly on, good sir.
All right. More bolts fly out randomly. Birdperson, roll me a... Okay, that zooms in on you for everyone. That's brilliant.
Hi, everyone.
What
all right.
am I rolling?
Roll d8s, each of you again, because that determines what the type of damage is.
All
Everyone
right.
roll a d8.
Oh, I've just typed D8. What a fucking idiot. There we go. A 5.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. So with a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a bolt of lightning comes lancing out towards you, Birdperson.
Amazing.
But you're able to dodge out of the way of that, I believe.
Yes. No.
14.
My AC is 13.
Oh wait, it's got disadvantage because you are dodging, I believe.
Yeah. No, it hit me.
No.
14 hits me.
Yeah, but it's got
No.
it's a disadvantage, so I had to roll twice and take the worst
Oh,
result. But either way, a 14 hits you. So cool, love that. Let's have a look at how much.
Fuck, you're down. You're down.
2d8 each orb deals a different type. Bolts cannot be harmed to spell. Yep. Okay. That's 41 lightning damage coming at you.
Okay. My question to you is, it has to do more than half again of my
Has to put you
health.
to negative half, the equivalent of negative half, I think.
Yeah, so that is what's just happened.
Oof. Let's
So I'm
double check
dead.
these rules for the second time. Negative HP, negative hit points.
Or is it the full? Is it the full amount?
Maybe it's the full amount. Let's check. Let's check.
Hey, so, let's be perfectly honest here. I don't know whose fault this was.
Okay, so sorry. If damage reduces you to 0 and there's any damage remaining, you die. If the damage if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
Oh right, okay. Not yet.
Not yet.
No, you're fine, mate.
Okay.
You're fine.
Well, that's fine. You're at 0.
Yeah, perfect.
So you're down though, is what I'm
down.
assuming. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next one on
This is doing
Saudade.
I'm
what did-
dead. Fuck my life.
And what did you roll before when you
I
rolled a
rolled
d8?
I rolled 7.
7? Okay. So this one is psychic damage as it flies at you.
So I get half because I go next to you.
Old.
Do you get half because
Because I'm, I am like a bit senile.
no?
I thought I could maybe use it to my advantage this time around, but yeah, cool.
So that's 28 psychic damage. I assume you aren't. Yeah, you guys don't have any resistances to these types of damage.
No.
No, you couldn't have picked a harder boss if you tried, Dan.
Yeah, this.
What? Saudade's incompetence.
Yes. Yes.
All right. A bolt goes flying down the corridor aimed at you, Keg.
Oh no, I hope it doesn't miss me and hit a shelf.
17.
Oh no, it hits a shelf. Bang, crash.
So give me maybe like an athletics check to sort of get the shield up in the right way to like deflect this thing into a shelf.
I love that you're letting this happen.
Oh, it's not great. So you
It's above 10. It's better than bad.
it's better than bad. So you deflect this thing, but like this psychic energy, it's not sort of a physical kind of thing, and it sort of bounces off your shield in a weird way. You don't quite get the angle right, and it goes flying into this sort of tiefling customer who was cowering, and she sort of grabs and clutches at her head as the psychic energy kind of overwhelms her. You see sort of blood dripping from her nose as she collapses to the floor.
Jesus. I yell at anyone else around. Everyone run, you never know when one of these things could hit you or a shelf.
More of
Anyone who's
these.
Witnessing what's happening here, run for your own good.
Yeah, you give the command, and more of these bolts are kind of flying out like fireworks, flying around. You see sort of Garfield behind the counter, Saudade, sort of crawling or sort of crouching, making his way downtown.
Did that last bit of damage hit you, Saudade?
Well, I mean, I've changed it on. I think it automatically changes on the app.
No, it hasn't done it on.
No, so D&D Beyond and Thingo aren't linked. How much damage did you take? 25? No, 28.
28. Yeah,
28.
I thought because you rolled the damage on the thing that it automatically updated.
No, because it's not an actual spell or an attack. I'm just rolling the damage.
Okay, yeah. So I'm down to 9, like you. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just put you on 9. Cool. Birdperson, give me a death save. Oh, actually, wait. This is how we're doing death saves now. I need you to go down on the bottom right of your screen to where the box is and change it to blind GM roll or private GM roll.
Fuck, that is good.
So I was just reading before. So I've already got one failure from hitting that extra, from having the extra damage, because that's what happened when I did that on my D&D Beyond. Is that
drop to 0?
because if you take damage once you're at 0, you automatically fail a death save.
No, because it was all in the one hit that drops you to 0.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you were to
I'll
take
keep
additional damage, you will take extra failed death saves.
Oh fuck. So Alex, can you see what that roll is?
Nope.
My
Okay.
God, this is saucy.
And even on the stream, it says Alex privately rolled some dice, and it's just question marks. This is
Yeah, that's what
dear.
we can see. We can just see that.
cool.
That's fucked.
This is great.
That's fucking
Saudade.
So Dan, you're gonna have to like let me know if this is reasonable. I'm going to try and do like an attack, but the attack is like once again I'm trying to control it. So I'm actually going to spend about 3 key points to try and like control this thing, in my hand. So I'm just gonna like it's almost like brute force. I'm trying to like out muscle it in a sense, but like using my own sort of power.
Okay. Yeah, give me a wisdom save or something, because that's where your inner power comes from, right?
Okay. And how many key points would you want me to spend for this one? Like, would you want? So I've got 8. Got 8 key points. How many would you say would be reasonable for this sort of attempt? Because I think one's a bit like like bleh.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a cop out. So I'm gonna just let you sort of. What do you think would be reasonable? Because it's for me, I think it's taking a bit of energy from me.
Yeah.
It's not insignificant.
Yeah.
Sorry to spring that one on you.
Yeah, so you're trying to like contain or get to the card itself, though. So the bolts you can't do anything about, but you're trying to maybe like destroy or
like trying to control that card, because like in my mind, if I can use this for myself, like as a bit of a self-destruct in a room, like a gambit, like I throw the card into a room somewhere and I just bolt the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I want that sort of ability, to just like chuck it into a room and really wreak havoc.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you're still trying to get something out of this. Okay, roll the damage.
Oh mate, hey, chaos is but a ladder. Hashtag my idol.
So so this is gonna be tough, right? Give me a if you give me the wisdom saving throw, I'll let you spend a key point to give yourself a +2 on the roll per a +2 on the roll per key point you spend. So
I'm gonna have to go big. So I'm gonna spend 4. So I'm gonna get a +8.
Okay.
And or is that too much, or is that too OP?
Well, let me set the target first. So I'm gonna say that the target is let's say the target is 30.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, Dan, I like it. Alrighty, so that's going to be 8.
So you gotta, do you go all out in one big roll, but then maybe with the roll, or do you try a couple of boosts?
16, 19. Alright, no, I'm spending all the key points. Alright, so I'm sitting on 16 plus 3, so I'm on 19. And I need an 11. I need an 11 because I'm going all out. Alright, come on, you saucy. I'm gonna record this one. Because, this is high stakes. I'm not gonna fuck around with this. Alrighty. This one's for you, Dan.
Should record it in Discord.
12. I rolled a 12. I just made it by 1 point.
I want to see the video. You should have just turned video on in Discord.
Oh, but then I've had to tilt I'd have to tilt the thing down. But I'm sending it to you now.
The whole thing.
I trust you.
I've just sent it to you. Like
Cool.
to the D&D fancy lads. Oh, 12 on the money.
Sweet. All right. Cool.
I
Yes.
went all in.
So you're able to sort of put your hands around it, like I'm not sure if you've seen, is it Flashpoint, the DC movie, where like Superman just puts his hand around the explosive belt and just kind of waits until, and you're just feeling like these bolts explode into your hand, and you're able to kind of hold it there, channeling all the energy you have into holding this thing in place. and preventing like the explosions from going off.
Yeah.
Watch this video.
That's great. Well done.
Yeah.
When you sort of pull your hands off, all that's left in your hands of that floating card is dust.
Oh. All right. That's it.
Keg, while you're waiting there to bounce another bolt, no more arrive.
I thunderous smite the ground.
Cool, give it to me. See what that looks like. Yeah, give me that damage.
Oh no, one more lightning bolt. Jeez, run everyone to your own safety.
So Keg slams the ground like Thor style, and just like a bunch of the shelves shatter, and a bunch of things fall down. I mean, everyone was kind of running for their lives, but you don't know if you were seen.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
The tankard of potent drink is there in front of you.
I grab it.
Cool. Let me put that in here. Oh, I think it applied damage too. Let's reverse that damage. Your own smite hurt you.
I can't be having that.
No. Cool. All right. So yeah, you have on the counter there, Saudade, the remaining deck. So it's a full deck, and it appears quite like a thick 52 card kind of standard deck. And you have sort of the crumbs, the ashes of the card, the other card in your hands. Birdperson, can you make a death save for me, please?
I sure can. I've privately rolled some dice.
Oofed. Okay.
Jeez, that's exciting.
All right. Saudade, you look around and you notice sort of the people are still screaming. There seems to be sort of alarm klaxons going off. There's no more bolts of chaos flying about, though.
Thank God.
It looks like a
sorry.
bombing, though.
I turn around to old man. I'm like, this is an OH&S issue. You could get really sued. I mean, there's dead bodies all around the place.
Who do you say that to?
I say that to old mate Garfield, who's
Mate,
behind the desk.
He's fucking legged it.
Oh, well then what I do is I grab the whole deck of cards. I grab the whole 52 deck of cards and I go on.
Sure.
And I go off over to what you call it? I go over to Birdperson to do a medicine check.
All right, give it to me.
Wait, where did the bolts go?
I controlled it with my hand, mate.
He sort of put his hands around it and contained it in a sphere of his chi.
Yeah. Like I absorbed it into my own energy, and I used my energy to control it as well. So there was like this transfer of power between the two.
If that's what Saudade believes, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
narratively, I don't believe that's what happened, but sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm now stronger because of it. I think I've gone up to level 20. All right. I've got a 17 altogether for a medicine check.
Cool. So what does that look like as you stabilize Birdperson?
So, I'm checking his pulse because obviously I've just got like bush sort of first aid. So I've like checked his pulse and I can kind of see that he's been stunned by the lightning bolt that hit him. And so what I do is I kind of I do like chest compressions so I get his heart back up and racing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's stabilized. You can put him into that recovery position until someone can actually arrive to actually get him back to 1 HP.
Okay. Yeah. So you get him to that position. Birdperson, you are going to be unconscious for an hour.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break there so I can grab a drink and just like.
Figure out what's going on.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Stuck on my bread.
I think this
I
is
think you said it was going to be
well.
done ages ago.
Yeah, it was done. But I took it out of the oven and it needed to cool down before I could cut into it.
Hey, when do you actually leave?
I
You
haven't
got
booked
like
a flight yet. Man, I've got to wait till the lockdown's over, and then I have to sell my car because nobody can come and look at it.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. We'll talk with
Hey, those of you who are tuning in, thanks for we got into the break area. We're probably going to go for another hour or hour and a half. We'll probably go to 9:30, so another hour and a half. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the adventure of these boys in Fantasy Bunnings, which I did not expect to go like this at all. Yeah, hopefully they'll get back to, Elsir Vale at some point. Maybe they won't. Maybe it'll never happen. This is what happens in D&D. It's a bit fun. Now let's get back into the channel.
In an empty chat room on a Twitch stream that I can't see.
What was
I
that?
think it's going about as nothing, just talking politics.
Well, I can chuck your camera up there, Doug, if you want to get cancelled as well. After burning Fantasy Bunnings to the ground, everyone should see who did it.
No, I was trying to save people. I was in the show. I was telling them to run for their lives.
All I know is I've got 51 cards in my pocket.
Yeah, and $200 worth of store credit for a broken store.
And 2 healing potions that can be easily used on Birdperson.
That's an excellent
Overall, I
point.
think that was a winning transaction.
And for something that they call a soul. And I do quotation marks as I do it. Yeah, I definitely won this end of the bargain. I also think I need to start creating a new character, just in case. This could come back to bite me in the ass at any point.
I mean, when have your consequences ever caught up with you?
For Saudade, never. I've put a lot of good I've put a lot of good karmic energy out there. Not to my own people because I usually start shouting at my own people. But I've saved someone's life. I tried to save her mother's life. I've saved a lot of lives in my time. It's about time I do something stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, there's 101 options here
For
the deck, or for this particular deck of many things.
Oh. Where did you find it?
I'm not going to tell you.
No, I mean you didn't just come up with it on the spot just there.
Well, I didn't come up with 101 different cards. No.
No, but I mean you've got that somewhere in your back pocket. It isn't like you've looked up a quick website which all DMs have access to or something like that. Sure.
I mean, there are many decks of many things, and this is one of them that I've pulled.
Okay.
I love the idea of a secret DM website.
Well, you get invited to the secret DM website once you've DM'd your third game.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was, just some sort of hey guys, this is a closed group full of genuinely serious DMs
Mm-hmm.
that share knowledge because you don't want to really kind of talk to the the average DM, the person who kind of just does it once every 2 years. You want to talk to other DMs that take it really seriously.
You want to talk to those legit DMs. I mean, my Twitch chat is only legit DMs, of the highest caliber. These men and women, they know a million deck of many things. They know the deck of million things, and they're like, "Good work, Dan. You've deployed the right tool for the right job,
the right deck for the right time." Blow up the right things.
No matter what there is out there, there's always some sort of there's always some sort of building. What am I trying to say? Specialized group. No matter what you do,
Like a Reddit for DMs.
Yeah, but ones that closed off, so not everyone, because they want to protect some of their hard work.
Do you think just anyone can subscribe to Walls Weekly?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's like like even when you're no matter what industry you're in, there's always like some sort of group that you sign up to, or that you're part of. That there's some sort of like vetting process. I would have thought. Under there is for teaching.
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, well, actually, when I was streaming, not this weekend, the weekend before, just doing like DM prep for some of the games I run, there were some pretty cool people hanging out in the chat, and we were chatting about world building ideas and the next major campaign I want to run, not for you guys, but for some other people, is sort of a pirate sea campaign.
Yeah, I saw that one. That looked cool.
And so, yeah, I'm working on the idea of how to do that, and I was chatting with them about sort of different ideas for the factions. And I want to, base each faction around areas in sort of the Oceanic Southeast Asian region. So there'll be.
I don't know if this helps, but Philippines are the number 2 pirates in the world.
Well,
Second best pirates.
That's what I was thinking, right? There's got to be.
Somalia is number 1. Somalia is number 1.
There's got to be a group who is like more closely associated with the pirates or the sort of privateers, and then there's sort of a big colonizer-esque one that'll be Australia, and then there's like a more maybe like a merchant kind of trade one, which will maybe be sort of New Zealand. Well, I was thinking there's also going to be like a sea elves who are kind of trying to maybe sink a lot of the islands around their territory because they actually lay claim to all of it, and they're like, you're actually in our area, so that's kind of China expanding their borders and stuff. Like it's going to be.
I don't know if you remember this from ages ago, but like there was a big sort of debate between China and Philippines that almost broke out into a war with America helping out Philippines.
Yeah.
But what it was China was pumping like they were pumping stuff into the certain part of the ocean because they were trying to build man-made islands.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to steal that idea. Yeah. But reverse it, right? They're trying to sink islands to make it more ocean.
Yeah, but what China was trying to do, because they knew international waters stop at a certain point, so they were trying to build their own islands, so they could say, "Oh no, this stretch of water outside of the island belongs to China."
Didn't they do that and put like fortresses on them and stuff?
Yeah, and then that's when like America started like moving their ships close to the Pacific.
Yeah,
they started moving more to the Pacific because it was actually going to break out, and I think that's when Duterte took over. Well, Duterte was in power at the time, and he started saying, "Well, no, America never really helps us out, so we're going to side with China," and that's all died down at the moment.
Well, if
we're playing friendly with them to try and get our land, try and get our ocean back.
If I can put this together, this sea campaign, Sean, then what may need to happen, because there's going to be a world in which I think at least two parties are kind of doing their things in. There are 7 major factions. One of them is going to be the Philippine equivalent with pirates. Look, I'm just going to have to get...
You let me know what you think the leader needs, and I'll be like that. If you ever need the political game, I'll be like, oh, well, this is what the Filipinos would do.
Well, yeah, or whatever they are in my world, right? Like the Pan-Pacific Alliance, like the equivalent of Micronesia or whatever they are, right? I'm thinking like I get 7 people who are effectively playing Risk or Diplomacy, and then they're the ones that are like, wheeling and dealing, creating alliances. Like maybe you actually go chat to whoever's running the aquatic elves and you go make deals with them, right? And maybe it plays out a little bit differently than it does in our world. But or maybe you run to the Australian equivalent, the big navy power through force monarchy, and go, hey, we'll make sure your ships don't get raided if you provide us assistance in this other thing. So. And also, like in that, will be the player characters on their sort of campaign on their ship, trying to amass wealth and stuff like that, and then they might have some missions or get offered missions by some of the factions.
Well, if you ever need anyone to play the Filipino equivalent, I'll help you come up with our backstory of what we believe in folk tales and all that.
Oh, I love that, mate. I love that. Let's get on a call on a weekend and just like bust a bunch of those out.
I know. Like between both of us, we always have that air of sarcasm, but really into that idea.
Yeah.
Like I'll base it off our Filipino myths and beliefs, and this is why we do this. This is how we think the world was built because the Filipinos had their own creation theory.
I mean,
this is why this underpins our whole political strategy.
Also, like maybe they are like the aquatic elves or the tritons or whoever these underwater sea people are. Maybe you piss them off in a way, because I'm also just thinking of, I don't want to lump all like Pacific Islander nations together, but obviously, we've seen Moana. They have a demigod who just pulled islands up from the ocean, right, and just made new islands. So maybe that's why they're pissed.
Yeah, exactly. And like all the different all the Pacific Islands, because we all sort of are related. Like even the Filipinos, I think we had a little bit of influence from I think it was the Samoans, but like not too much. I think like only a couple of them came over. But that's why we have a lot of stories that overlap. But yeah, we could be like, oh well, this is why in our past we don't go past this certain point. Like maybe we stay in a certain boundary. Like in Moana where they go, don't go past the reef. We don't go outside of this sea.
Yeah.
Because got this story, and then the other countries take it. They can exploit that sort of weakness in our thinking or in our mentality.
I think that's awesome, man. Yeah, I definitely want to do something like that, and because a lot of the fantasy books I read for story ideas are all based effectively northern hemisphere, right? Like it's winter is in you go north and it's cold and it's all like European kind of fantasy. And I wanted to use this as a little bit closer to home, but also pirate campaign sounds awesome. And what better way to do that than having like the kind of cultures, I'm sure there's going to be a bit heavy-handed in some places where it's like, oh, well, I'm, making these people this kind of society, and find that balance between like, is it really them or are they just an inspiration? But yeah, so like one of them I want to do, like Micronesia, which is a group of smaller islands. They've kind of banded together to make a coalition because on their own they're not really they would never stand up to some of these bigger powers, right? So they're kind of a loose affiliation. And then I was thinking, the color I've just put basic colors on them instead of names. But the first chain of islands on the edge of the Greater Sea, they have to deal with the elves and other deep sea beasts. Experts at long-range naval navigation can traverse shallower waters than most large naval vessels. That was kind of my basic idea of maybe the Filipinos or something like that, where like they're the masters of getting in and out of these coves that no one else can get into, and that's why they make such good pirates, right? Like they know all the hidden spots, and their ships are shallower than sort of the big colonies ships. So if they can get over a reef, then no one else can kind of follow them.
Yeah, no, that sounds really cool. Because I think you guys still had Singapore there, didn't you?
Like
a Singapore equivalent. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of a south. I had Southeast Asia kind of as a general kind of catch-all, just as an idea. I also had Melanesia as a democracy that's run like they're kind of like the merchant traders. But yeah, just throwing around ideas, and obviously it's a loose seed for like what the actual nation will be. It's actually just more based on like a power structure.
So something that's interesting, I was thinking with the Singapore thing. Yeah. So Singapore, it was like in World War II, was a really sort of like powerful place to take control of because it controlled the straits. So like all the English had to do was basically bunker down in these big sort of fortresses on the sea that face out to the sea, and they could control the Straits of Malaysia, like the Straits of Malaya. So even in that world, if you had something that maybe not dominates the sea by being in the sea, but dominates it by controlling certain trade routes. Like that. Because in World War II, the way they were defeated, or the way the British were defeated in Singapore, was Japan went into Malaysia. It's actually a really funny stroke cool story where they actually just took the soldiers stole bikes off the Malaysians. Like when they conquered them, they took all their bikes and they rode by land over like 3 or 4 days to Singapore. But because the British were facing out towards the sea, because they were like, Japan has large boats, they faced all their artillery to the sea.
Yeah.
They didn't see them. They didn't have tanks, so they weren't expecting tanks across. They just got smashed by this onslaught of cars and bikes from the Japanese that really made them mobile, and they just got absolutely taken over.
Yeah,
Singapore went down to the Japanese. So something where they were just blindsided because they thought that their strength lied in controlling the straits. That they were like, oh fuck yeah, land.
Yeah.
If we have a land bridge that connects us to like another like power. So that was quite interesting. I've always liked that story from World War II.
Yeah, I'll have to. I want to create something similar to the sort of oceanic Southeast Asian region as a map, but kind of need to work on what things will look like and how to go. But you and I should definitely catch up about a couple of those sort of folk tales and add a bit of flavor to that.
Yeah, 100%. Let me know how I can help. I'm not doing anything. Jokes.
Cool. All right. Well, for those of you just joining us, Fantasy Bunnings is in disarray after Saudade has drawn a card, one of the 4 draws he has purchased from the deck of many things. The draw let off innumerable chaos bolts that went around slaughtering many, knocking out Birdperson and raising alarm. During the chaos, some shelves got broken, and Keg acquired a tankard. He saw it just lying there and saved many lives in the process. Right. So, what do the lads do from here with Birdperson unconscious on the ground?
Keg returns back after ushering everyone out of the shelves and getting them to safety.
You sound like you're underwater and 1,000 miles away. What have you done?
Yeah, what's changed?
There you go. How's that?
Oh, so much better.
There we are. Yeah, so Keg returns. I put my headphones on backwards, so the microphone was facing the back of my head, which, doesn't happen.
Great.
Keg returns after ushering people to safety in the aisles with his old tankard in his hand and his new tankard stashed in his brewing kit, and bends down to throw Birdperson over his shoulder.
I mean, I'm like twice your size.
He bends down to throw Birdperson over his shoulder.
Sweet.
Cool.
And it works.
Can't you just give him one? Can't you just give him 1 health point and then he can just carry himself?
I thought he was passed out for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's passed out for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, really? But I think that's because
otherwise I would have just
stabilizing.
I stabilized him.
Yeah, so he's not rolling death saves.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why if you give him 1 health point, I'm pretty sure he gets back up.
I get down on my knees and I stick my spigot in between his beak and turn it on and pour 5 points of lay on hands down his throat.
I wonder if this
Amazing.
I wonder if this will work.
A cough and splutter to life. And I think thank you. Thank you, Keg.
Sorry, I thought you were passed out for 10 minutes no matter what we did, because Sean said he had 2 vials of health potion, and Dan was like, yeah, but you're...
No, he just didn't give them to him.
I just didn't give it to
Fair
him.
enough. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
To be honest, we probably all need a long rest with Emma Watson. Hermione, so, yeah, we probably need to have a long rest, because I know I'm definitely worse for wear. It's nothing that a health potion is going to fix right now. We've had a long campaign so far, and all we've done is fought and got into a few fights without actually doing a rest. I don't think.
Yeah, long rest would be good.
Yeah, long rest is probably needed.
Long rest would be real good.
Okay, I'm just checking. I need to whisper something. I was wondering how I do it. Is it at?
I did /W.
And then did you type just Saudade?
Yeah.
It says that no target exists for this whisper.
Ah.
How are you doing it? Are you doing it through Discord?
No, on Forge.
Oh.
Foundry. Did you see my whisper before, Sean?
Which one was it?
I saw that you'd whispered him.
Yeah. It said
To
that I
FL
got
Alex
the right
to FL Sean and Game Master.
Yeah.
When was this?
27 minutes ago.
27 27. No, I didn't get anything. I got 29, 28, 24. So the only thing I got from you was like
28. 28 minutes ago.
Oh, to Fancy Lad Sean Game Master. Okay.
Yeah. That's a whisper.
So you just did that
okay.
/W space. Saudade.
Yeah.
Maybe because you're dead. I just can't. Just doesn't like you.
Well, he's up now.
He's up. He's up. And we're all happy.
Yeah.
So do you leave out the front door? Or how are you getting out of Fantasy Bunnings?
Oh, yeah. Nothing. Like, we didn't do anything
how
wrong.
busy is it at the front door? Like, is it very hectic?
Oh, yeah. There's there's people like walking out, like limping out, carrying others.
Yeah, we limp out as well with Birdperson to like blend in with the crowd. I mean,
Any
obviously we
sausages
look worse
left
than
on the barbecue?
Yeah, but they've been charred. They've been charred black.
Okay,
by-
that's fine.
we head straight towards Emma Watson. We don't break stride. We're like limping.
Well, it sounds like keg break stride.
Oh, me and
Keg
Birdperson
grabs
do
and
not.
stuff.
I'm carrying Bird. I've got Birdperson around my shoulders. Limp, like carrying over, like being a brace for him, sort of thing. And I'm just like, don't look at anyone. Just look down. We're walking straight to Emma Watson. And yeah, we make a beeline for her. Person, feel free not to follow my instructions. They're merely instructions from a senile old man.
Oh, like we've all been to a Bunnings. The sausage stand is right by the front door. Like,
Yeah.
Keg just jumps out, grabs a snag, gets back in line.
And I mean, Mr. Bunnings, if you're watching the live stream, we're open to sponsorship. I know we just destroyed the fantasy version of your amazing store, but you know.
Also, Mr. Bunnings, I only enjoyed working for you for about 2 out of my 6 years. So, human.
Oh my god, it's the
I
Mr.
am not
Bunnings.
open to sponsorship from you.
Speaking of, what beer are you rocking tonight, Alex?
I've got a Bodrigi Blinker Dark Ale.
Oh.
It's the last beer that I have left
Oh.
from my celebration pack. So
That's
it's a sad time, but it's a good time because it's a really nice dark ale. It's very smooth. It's like 1.4%. 1.4. It's 1.4 standard points. 5.2.
So you guys make it up past the barbecue. You see sort of Garfield sitting on the ground in the car park, sort of just like staring off into the middle distance. He doesn't seem to notice you leaving.
what the fuck was he thinking with that deck of cards?
What was the Deals Warlock thinking?
Yeah, like he knows what they are, and
Oh,
he
yeah,
knows what we are.
Did we get onions for the sausages?
No, I've just been eating sausages. You know, no
Oh,
carbs.
can I retcon some? I want some onions on mine.
Do you put the onions on top or underneath? Because that could be an
put the onion-
OHS issue.
I put the onions on top.
Yes.
Because I'm not a fucking serial killer.
Wow.
Good.
Nice.
Cool. What else? So you guys make it to Watson sort of standing in the doorway of her wizard tower, just staring in shock. And she says, well, I don't know what I was expecting. I guess if that's anything like the way you handled Karavakos, I didn't know you applied that kind of thoroughness to every activity you do.
Yeah.
Through a mouthful of sausages, Keg says we're ready to save the world now.
Like I say to her, you're with the big boys now, and I just go straight into the house. And I fall asleep. I fall asleep on the couch because I need a long rest.
Okay, cool. Do you all slump into sort of the overstuffed chairs? She's got one with a little grandma's blanket on it. You know, those like knitted kind of cross-stitch blankets or whatever.
Keg sits down at her bar and puts his head down and has a little meditation.
I'm assuming like a handful of sausages, maybe like a few sticking out the top of his tankard. And did he grab bread? Like, did he get bread with him, or is that just like empty calories? No,
empty calories, just the sausages.
Sausages, maybe some mustard, like squeezed in there, and
That's it.
And you're sort of perusing the bar. She heads over, and as you sort of pass out, Saudade and maybe Birdperson, you hear her. You kind of hear the faint murmurings of instructions. But it becomes almost like she's speaking underwater to you as you can barely keep your eyes open and you drift off into sleep. It's sort of like, okay, right, so the Orc Invasion, very important. Now, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not messing with the quantum portals, or you're not creating a time loop or any... it just becomes... And the three of you fall asleep.
Yeah, we're out.
Alright, so is this a long rest, Daniel?
Yeah.
Oh, thank Christ.
Excellent. Excellent. Oh, I can't believe how well I went. We don't even need any money for Fantasy Bunnings.
Hey, if anything, we made money off Fantasy Bunnings. I got $200 in credit.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to sell the tank that killed Karavakos.
Wait, so what's the new tank that you got? It's just...
I have no idea. I didn't even say it.
One with I think it just makes people inebriated or very sober.
It just makes any alcoholic beverage you drink out of it, or anyone drinks out of it, more potent.
I love that.
That could actually be really good, like metagaming wise.
It's you notice that it's not a sturdy.
My beverages are spelled.
So you notice though that it's not as sturdy as your battle tankard of smiting is its own +1 magic weapon. Like this one doesn't appear to be a magic weapon of sorts.
Right. Yeah.
But
place in the battle tankard.
If you were to bust it out or like fill it with your alcoholic beverages would make them more potent, so make people more drunk. If you have stuff from the Kegs D100 beer list that you and I have, the stuff you found, we would say, to double the kind of effectiveness of anything from there. And maybe we'll discuss like doubling, lay of hands out of combat. I don't think in combat you would have time to like swap tankards out to fill up, right? Unless you're really fucking up your ability to attack.
I'd have to be pretty bloody prepared for that. I was more thinking of things like the Enlarger and the Belly Brew and that kind of stuff that I got.
Yep. So, and I think you would have time out of combat to use the potent drink, but in combat probably not, right?
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to, scuttle your +1 smiting tankard during that fight.
No.
Cool. All right. The last thing you hear before you all doze off the last kind of things you hear when dozing off are, blah, 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 Elsir Vale, Brindle, Obould Many Arrows, Drellin's Ferry, Witchwood.
Barnaby's writing it down, it'll be fine.
Ghost Lord, Wormsmoke Mountains, and then just snoring.
Sorry, guys.
Cool. You guys wake up. Now I can actually get to the prepared stuff I had. Here we go. I mean, I had all of.
What'll happen when we get out of the TARDIS?
Maybe I had all of that prepared the entire time. You'll never know.
I've got a deck of many things. All right, shit's about to get wild.
I was waiting with 4 cards in the TARDIS.
Okay, where are we? All right. You wake up The four of you, I say Gronk's probably there with you, right? Because he'll be there next time. You wake up. The afternoon sun beats down on you. Let's update this timer to be afternoon. I think it's like 4 in the afternoon. The afternoon sun beats down on you. The air is hot and still. The sparsely settled lands of the Elsir Vale are starting to grow monotonous. Or you look around, you kind of see the same dusty fly specks of a sort of dry area. You see a sign on the path to the southeast, or a little bit, or maybe the northeast. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. You don't know where space or time is. You see a sign that says Drellin's Ferry, just a few miles ahead. And you find yourself sort of as you move off sort of the plain onto the road. You start heading in that direction. The only civilization around. You look around, you don't see Watson and her magical thing. You don't know how long you've been out for. It pretty much looks like she kind of just dumped you here on the side of the road at some point.
Classic.
And you woke up eventually. I mean, Keg, you never really sleep, but even you probably just tuned out and had a drink, testing out your new tankard.
That's it. I've just been slamming down the battle brews.
Mm-hmm. So, outside Drellin's Ferry. Let me take a look at this. Is this what I want?
Keg says maybe they have an inn. I could use a drink. It's been 20 minutes.
Always resources. I don't like Saudade's token. All right, so do you guys want to heal yourselves up?
Oh yeah, the long rest.
Yep.
I've done it. I'm well ahead here.
Let me see. Long rest. Long rest.
Has somebody got a drop saw going on near you, Sean?
No, it's honestly like quiet here. I don't know what it is. It might be because my computer like overworks itself.
Right.
That's the only thing I could imagine. Yeah, if it's a high pitched sound, then it probably
It
just
might be
like
the fan in the
laptop
computer.
itself.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
laptop
could be.
did that if I was in meetings for too
Yeah,
long.
I apologize. I just don't know how to
Oh,
stop it.
dude, don't apologize.
All good.
Just
Yeah.
curious.
No, I do apologize.
Or do.
All do. I'm all lonely up here on the stream, boys. We need to get your cameras out for the next one.
I'm currently wearing a
We-
back support
we better
thing
not be
that
wearing
makes me look
pants.
like I've got. I'm not wearing pants. That makes it look like I've got a. What's it called? Suspenders on. Slacks.
Oh, yeah. The road eventually crests a small rise and descends into a dusty grove in a large, shallow dell. You can see through the trees somewhat a abandoned farmhouse partially visible, standing on the side of the road. You've passed sort of a dozen spots much like this one already today, but this one feels wrong. And Saudade, you glimpse through the through the trees a glint of mail through the brush by the side of the road. Fierce warriors, tall, sort of 7-foot humanoids with wide mouths and kind of flat faces laying in wait.
I kind of quickly draw out my spear and I tell the guys, "Arm yourselves. This is the trap."
Keg
I'm just gonna go
is
kind of get like to the
Keg is pretty sourced from drinking through the entire adventure. So
We had a long
he
rest. Like, we had a long...
But
Oh, he's so sauced.
He's pretty sauced.
he's pretty
That's
soft.
how he rests. We specifically said he drank through the trip.
Oh, fair enough.
So when you turn around to say get your weapons out and you like silently point at them, like you do like the two fingers thing, Keg yells out, "Hello, fellows!" and holds up his new tankard and starts to wander over to them to offer them a beverage.
Yeah,
Oh. Fair
good.
enough.
Love it.
Hey, you want to blow up Bunnings? Keg wants to drink with some randoms.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I expect nothing
It
less
is
from
what it
Keg.
is.
Christian asked if Keg drinks himself. I said yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nothing like a lonely night with your tankard in your spigot.
Oh yeah. Sucking
Oh,
on
yeah.
your own spigot. Well, somebody got a natty 20. 2 people got a natty 20.
It's not the
What?
guys in the bushes.
What's this going on? Oh, okay. 3 people got a natty 20.
Jesus. A lot of rolling going on. Oh jeez.
Don't worry about
Look,
it.
I'd just like to say that so far I've yet to take any damage. I'm
So-
on full health.
Keg's kind of walked forward, yelling, "Hey, let's have a drink!" And a couple of orc warriors step out from the brush, great axes in hand, and they're like, "Oh, look at this one, lads! They've handed us a keg on a plate. Looks like a couple of humans who know how to pay the toll."
That's not how the saying goes, mate. It looks like they had made Keg on a platter. But I don't expect anything else from orc dickheads.
He says, the sort of the one in front here, says, "Did you hear that? It can speak. I'm pretty. Wow! Did you know that humans are descended from monkeys? Like, I'm pretty proud that it could speak. Good on you, little buddy. Would you like an apple?"
Birdperson. I turned around to Birdperson. I was like, you know that orcs descended from monkeys, pieces of shit. So I'm surprised these things have become sentient as well.
You do look like a sentient turd. I backed out at him. I yelled that at him.
Keg starts giggling.
All right, can I get
Jesus.
you guys?
Talking poop.
I'm going to get you guys to roll some initiative, if you would be so kind.
I don't know why I'm ultra aggressive tonight, guys. I think isolation's got to me. I'm taking that through Saudade.
It's all right, Sean. We're here for you. If you want to chat afterwards, talk
Yeah.
us through your woes.
That's all right. What we're going to do is we're going to just take it out on these orcs and
Yeah.
anyone else in Bunnings. We're going to go back to Bunnings.
Keg
We're going to
did
pray
just get a 2,
Yeah.
which is worse than the 2 4s that they got. Oh no, they did get a 2. The Hellhound.
Oh shit. That's all right. You know what? We've got things up our sleeve. I'm guessing Gronk's not going to fight this one, or can Gronk become like an NPC, Dan, and like just do some basic attacks?
Mate, when have I ever made it easy for you?
I mean, it's been pretty easy so far.
When you
I'm
let
on
us
full
rob
health.
Bunnings.
You died. You died.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm on full health.
Oh yeah, you did die.
I've yet to take any damage.
Like today.
You had Kegs.
No. Yeah, today I haven't taken any damage.
Like since we got off the TARDIS.
I mean, there is.
Yeah.
I chuck a rock at the back of your head, just to kind of shut you up about that, to prove you wrong.
How? I'm in front. I'm behind you.
Yeah, I know. I chuck it at the back of your head, idiot.
Do you understand how physics work?
Yeah, no, it depends.
And Euclidean conventions?
It depends which way you're facing. I tell you to like turn around, and you say what, and I just chuck it at the back of your head.
Right. Okay.
Does
All right. Fine.
Yeah, it's all relative, mate.
Yeah.
We have this conversation in front of them.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I back you. And I'm like, hey, turn around. What? Just
There
like
we
that one. Yeah.
Fucking whack.
Well, yeah. It's like, what was that? I don't know, man. But you took damage. I'm pretty sure. Just children bickering. That's what we are right now.
Cool. All right. If we got you on, I've only got Keg on here having rolled initiative. Where is Saudade and Birdperson's
Birdperson.
initiative?
Yeah. Sorry, I rolled. You know, fucking, I might as well roll.
I rolled a 17.
All right.
Initiative's not a big of a deal, so I'll roll it here.
17 for you, Birdperson?
Yeah.
Initiative. Here we go. Initiative.
Cool.
Nice.
Game Master privately rolled some dice. Ah, yes. Alright, be right back. I'm just going to go get a drink of water.
Yep. Cool. Begin combat. They seem a bit miffed. These guys.
Don't know why we offered to drink with them. They're the ones that got all rude.
This is the extraordinary orc warrior. He's going to run up to you, Keg. Well, actually, you're offering him drinks. He's not going to run up to you, is he? He's going to run up to Saudade. Right? Because you're just standing there like offering drinks. You don't seem like a real boy. Whereas
Saudade's been chatting shit since minute one.
So I said to them when you said they were miffed. I'm like, what are you miffed for? He's giving you a drink.
All right. Well, how many attacks? 2 attacks. He's got a hand axe. He's coming after you, Saudade. Let's hit it and/or quit it. First one misses. Second one also misses. He comes at you with a sort of crazy rage. Oh, he has a healing rage. That's cool. But is largely ineffective. You're able to Bruce Lee out of the way. Another one's going to run up though. He's going to also try and hit you with his hand axes. That one's going to hit.
Yeah, that sounded like a hit.
And sort of slashes into you for 6 damage, which I believe is already taken off your sheet, so that's cool. You'll just need to do it in D&D Beyond, which people watching the live stream, I think, can mouse over their Twitch stream and see an overlay that has all your characters, and it should have like their current health and stuff if they're keeping it up to date in D&D Beyond. Couldn't be easier. Birdperson.
Can't be easier.
Alex.
Hello.
Hello.
Stop making bread. Start killing orcs.
I'm not. He just said couldn't be easier, and then it went silent.
Ah,
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that's what I heard. I actually heard like Doug kill the conversation on my.
Yeah, I didn't hear Dan say
I heard couldn't be easier than dead silence.
And we played on, and everyone was having a good old time. And we played on, and everyone was having a good old time.
Alex?
Yeah, I've done it. I've done my thing. It's in there. But it doesn't
Spirit
attack.
Guardian. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Spirit Guardian.
Bang, bang. Nice.
Cool. There we go. All right, Spirit Guardians. Sweet. Everyone in there on their turn needs to make a wisdom saving throw, correct?
Yeah.
All right, the pastoral orc, archer, is going to kind of step out here and shoot at you, Saudade, from in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Overdraw. 1d6 plus 3. Boop.
That I roll DC 14 Constitution saving throw against short bow. Okay, this is going to want me to do it in the game, doesn't it? Or
You don't have to. I think it's telling you to. But you don't have to. I can roll that.
So 13 for and then Constitution plus 3, so 15 altogether.
Okay, you are not poisoned, but you do take the 9.
No, don't tell me the damage. Don't tell me the. Oh, okay. I was going to say
sorry.
don't tell me the damage because I can use my reaction to catch it.
Oh.
But I catch anything 12 and lower, anyways.
Oh
Automatically.
yeah, cool.
So
Yeah,
I catch it and I look at it. I deadpan it and I just go, "This is what happens when sentient pieces of shit come to life. Like, try and fight me." And I just chuck the arrow to the side.
all right, it's your turn.
With that, because they're all missing, and I actually say that as I attack the next person. So I'm actually going to try and use this one-liner. So it's like a axe, miss, axe, and it like kind of nicks me, and I catch this like as it nicks me, and I'm just like, this is what happens when sentient pieces of shit try to attack me. I just like launch back with my own flurry of blows. I'm going to attack the guy who actually got a hit on me over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll. There's 21 hit, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Cool. And then so, how was that one-liner? And was that enough to get a crit on it?
That's an excellent question. What do we think, team? Let's put a vote out to Birdperson and Keg. Does the sentient pieces of shit coming to life, is that a pretty cool quip? What do people think? Maybe in the chat as well. If it is good, he gets a crit. If we think it isn't, he gets slow cast on him.
I so don't want to be an asshole, but you've just copied a sentence that I just said.
Yeah, it's not.
You didn't come up with your own original quip. This isn't OC.
Hold on. Wait, what do you mean? I've been calling him pieces of shit this whole time.
Yeah, we've been calling him to just be like, a sentient piece of shit has come to life. It wasn't that. It's a no.
Okay.
Look.
No, you know what?
Also, the chat does say knock him out for his sass. So I think it's pretty.
That's unanimous. Let's go for it. All right, so I get slowed.
You get slowed.
But that's all right because I'm quick anyway.
You're like 120. You're as slow as you could possibly get.
I run 55 feet. What do you run? You're a bird. You don't.
I don't run. I fly.
And what do you fly? Do you fly further than 55 feet?
Yeah, 55 feet.
Exactly. So even an old man is as quick as you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not going to make that much of a difference.
I'm probably going to go. What's the slow? Like half my pace.
Yes, slow is your speed is halved. You take a -2 penalty to armor class and dexterity saving throws, and you can't use reactions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
and
everything that you do.
And on your turn, you can use either an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay,
I love
cool.
this.
Well, and it's to the end of my next turn, isn't it?
Till the end of your next turn, yeah.
This is the anti-Saudade.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, this really is. So I attack this thing for 7 damage.
Yep.
And then I roll again. A 91, so yeah, not even close.
Yeah,
The
you
slow's
feel
really
yourself
affecting
slowed, and can't bring it in. All right, let's put a little thing. Weirdly, there's a thing for like everything here except slow. What the hell? Let's just put a little freezy thing on you. There you go. Cool. We'll remember what that means. The uninsurable orc archer. Love these adjectives. He's going to step out. Does Keg look violent at this stage or not really?
Confused.
Okay.
Confused. Yeah, like he just wants to drink and party, and now it's gotten into a bit of ruffians.
So they're still shooting at Saudade then, if he's the one that's throwing shade. So the arrow comes flying out at you, Saudade. Unfortunately, you already caught the other one, and I believe that. Oh no, wait! Your reaction, you don't have because you're slowed.
Exactly.
The arrow kind of lands into you there, and they actually have overdraw, which is an extra D4.
Is your AC now 13, Saudade?
No, my AC is now 16.
Oh, it was 18 before.
Yeah.
Alright.
What is that?
Oh, it did some damage.
The Constitution saving throw. Yeah. So you're also
You want me to roll?
poisoned. Yeah. Well, it says you failed with a 7. I don't know why. Did it auto roll for you, or did you click something?
No, I haven't clicked anything yet.
Oh, weird. All right, can you roll it for me?
No, it's all right. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so you are poisoned and slowed.
Oh, yeah. It's a bad time to be a Saudade.
Um, 36. So you've taken. You didn't take. Actually, I need to add 9 to you because you didn't take the first 9 there. But so if I got it right, you're on 45 after taking that 7.
Okay, yeah, so I took that last one. I couldn't see. And yeah, I am on 46.
46. All right, so close. Cool. All right. That's that. The Keg, you see a giant, like wolf-like creature, come bounding around the corner here, and start running at you.
Excellent.
On its
No
back
problem at
is
all.
sort of a small child orc, with a small sword.
Cool.
These guys just hanging. Where's this one? Okay, so one of them is in the Spirit Guardians. What's he got to do? He's got to make a saving throw.
Yeah. Saving throw of 15.
Wisdom 15. He does not make it. So
Yes.
what kind of damage is he taking?
One of these.
Whoa. How much is that? 32.
Wait, why did that roll twice? I clicked normal. Just halve that, 16.
16. Makes sense.
I clicked normal. I don't know why it did double.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
'cause
might.
it rolled twice for some reason.
Yeah, it had 3d8 plus 3d8. Unless it rolled at a higher level. I don't know. Who knows? No one can. Okay, I think you have everyone targeted in your area, including Keg. So let's undo the damage to Keg.
Yeah, I tried untargeting them, but it doesn't.
Maybe because they're all in the zone. And we'll undo the damage to
There we
Saudade
go.
as well. But it's enough to kill all 3 of these orcs, it looks like, as soon as their turn happens. So we'll just deadify them.
See, old man? That's how it's done.
This orc at the front screams, crap! We're not dealing with our regular peasants. And he yells, Blade Bearer, we need the hound! And you hear sort of a roar. Keg.
Keg sees this beast coming at him with this small boy orc on its back, and lights up in a big grin because he's still in the mood to have a good time, and bends down and like slushes the liquid in the tankard like in the face of this animal, and he's like, "Who's a good boy? Come here!" And I'm gonna roll Speak with Animals.
Nice. Limited by their intelligence. They can give you information about nearby locations. Nice.
So what's... So you can't speak with animals. So you're speaking to this creature. You can speak its
Yes.
language.
Excellent.
For 10 minutes.
Excellent.
What are you asking?
So I do it. Who's a good boy? Who wants a drink? Who wants to come here and have a drink? And yeah, start sloshing my take
Cool.
it to its face.
Give me an
You're
animal
whipping
handling.
it, take it at him.
Give me a animal handlings check, but with advantage because it can understand you, and it is like, "I'm a good boy. I am." That's
Nice.
Tasty.
That's pretty good. Let's see if it is able to overcome its training here. Oof. It sort of rushes forward a little bit, but then it's kind of reined in and is like, no, good boy, and kind of is sitting down. It is not. You can see it is almost swayed, very closely swayed by the offer of free drink, as anything should be. But is able to kind of hold itself, and it sort of sits back, alert, like a good boy.
Go on.
You hear. Here we go. Did you want to do anything for like your bonus action or anything like that?
I was hoping to actually try and convince it some more. So I was going to use a perception. Sorry, a persuasion check on it.
Okay.
Since it's already like half listening to me and sitting down.
Yeah. And what are you trying to?
Yeah, because I feel like I generally get like 2 attacks usually, don't I?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll give you another one.
Sweet, thank you. Yeah, so now that he's sitting down, like I really like pour it out like right in front of him, like just put it under his nose. I'm like, come on, who's a good boy? You don't want to fight you don't want to fight us. You don't want to fight. You're sick of getting bossed around by these guys, aren't you? You want to fight them.
Oh.
That's a natty 20, son.
Yeah, so you hear it go like,
Go on.
yeah, I hate wearing all this. I just want to run around. I just want to bite him. I'm gonna bite him. That's me. I'm gonna bite him. And
Boy.
cool. You hear a howl off in the distance. And it's sort of like, that whole Toll of the Dead kind of sound of like, the those wizardy people would cast in your party earlier. And occasionally Birdperson maybe. And it just sort of sends that chill down your spine. That's what the howl from this hound off in the distance does. And it sounds like it's getting closer.
Oh, very good. Great.
All right. What's this guy doing? He's going to come out. This guy. My Twitch point of view centers on you whenever you speak. That's hilarious. This guy, he dead. This guy, he dead. Birdperson.
Hello. Cool. Well, I go and stand in the middle of my flitting ravens, and just roar defiance, and cast my trusty. Where is it? Where are you? Where's my sword? Oh, I don't have it on my finger for some reason.
Did you lose your sword? Is that why?
Spiritual weapon. Yeah, I don't have a mace.
Yeah.
I'm just casting. Here we go. Oh, I've clicked on it. Can I Control Z that? No, I can't. Shit. Place measure template. Oh right, okay. And I put it just here. So this fella.
Cool. Yep.
So that's my, and it looks exactly like that sword that I saw that guy holding on the ship that was crashed in the trees.
Oh, can you describe that to me? I don't remember that.
Okay, so it wasn't anything like ornate or fancy or anything like that. It was just a massive two-handed sword that had quite a sturdy hilt to it. Nothing ornate, like I said, and it just had a really nice broad blade. It was a broadsword for sure. And the fuller, it was incised with two fullers down the middle. So the cuts in the blade. It was magic. It was beautiful. It was a thing of simplicity, brutal simplicity.
Excellent. Cool. And that's floating there in the air.
Ready.
Does it do anything on your turn or?
Actually, how far can I cast it away from me? Up to 20 feet. I know. I can cast it. Oh, within 60 feet. Yeah. I'm gonna bonk this dude.
The warg?
Yeah.
That Keg is talking to. You hear Keg sort of yelling at it in warg talk.
I've got no idea what he's just said to it.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it seems to be reacting well.
Yeah, and I bonk it. I bonk it so hard.
Okay.
What? You what?
Yeah, what now?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Oh, God. Why did we even play together?
Well, I don't. Canonically, Birdperson has no idea what you've just said to it, and he's just.
You can see it sitting down. No, it's sitting down and wagging its tail.
It's got a dude on its back of it, isn't it?
Yeah, that it's starting to nip at. Look, bonk away, but it's not like it's not reacting to
I
me.
haven't seen any sort of. Neither of you have mentioned nipping at its rider.
You open your bird eyes.
It's just sitting there.
Just
I mean, if we can
turn your
retcon,
head from the left to the right, you pigeon.
if you want to retcon, I can attack this fella instead.
No, there's no
No,
retconning.
bonk away.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh,
You bonked it for a good 6 damage.
I did.
Fuck. And I fucking put my spear in your mouth and everything.
He doesn't know what he's just said.
This
I am
orc,
sorry, Doug. I am sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. It was fun to play.
this orc steps out of the trees and is going to shoot you, Birdperson.
Deserves it.
No dice, though. Saudade, you are poisoned and slowed.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
Playing his character.
Saudade?
Thanks for joining us, Saudade.
Awesome. So, I can't really do much because I'm poisoned and slowed. So, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to launch. I'm going to walk up to here. So, I can only go 25 feet. That's 25 feet. So, I can walk up to there. How do I move it? I can't move it, can I? I reckon. So I'm going to move there, and I'm going to launch my spear at this bloke here.
Yep.
So I'm going to... And I miss. I rolled a 6. So
Cool.
even
With
plus 7, that's only
poisoned
13.
as well, you're at disadvantage.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I rolled a 13 or a 14. So altogether.
A 14 would have hit, but a 13 will not.
Yeah, so my spear goes like clattering to the side of him, actually. Yeah, and I'm gonna need to go get that one back, boys. And then that's all I can really do. I can throw a dart, maybe. I throw a dart at this guy just to really, screw with him.
Sure.
Oh no, I rolled an 81. Not my day. Not my day.
You feel like you are no longer slowed, though, which is a plus.
Oh, that's good.
Slow wears off at the end of your turn. When does this poison wear off is an excellent question.
I need to do a con saving thing. Oh, what I need to do when I start my turn or when I end my turn?
The token can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending at... Yeah, so do a con save to try and shake off the poison. Being within between 10 feet of Keg, I believe you get a +2 to this.
Awesome. Well, I rolled a 10, so I get 14 altogether.
Not enough. Oh, wait,
I
14?
thought so.
Yep, succeed. 14, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness I was right 2 things away from Keg. Thanks, Keg.
Welcome.
All right. uninsurable orc archer sees you stepping forward, Saudade, and he's going to launch a short bow shot at you. And that is flies into you there. Do you catch it or do you?
It's not over or whatever it is.
Pardon?
It's not like isn't that overbow or whatever you call it, the last one?
The overdraw?
Yeah.
It doesn't
like a
seem to have
quick
done a
draw?
lot. It doesn't seem to have done a lot to you.
I copped that one in the chest, but I stand firm.
Cool. But you need to make a Constitution saving throw. I think because you didn't make it fast enough, this thing makes it for you. It like waits 60 seconds, and if you don't make it, it just makes it for you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, so yeah, no.
So you, no, I'll let you roll because it rolled a 1. That's a bit harsh.
I rolled an 18 altogether, so that makes it a 20, a dirty 20.
Cool. You are not poisoned.
So like beautiful. Roll within 60 seconds. Got it.
Yeah. Cool. The warg, feeling bonked on its head, sort of bucks around and sort of throws its rider off. And like midway, this young orc child is kind of midair, and the warg just sort of munches down on him and just crunches him. Oops. I made it attack Saudade, but it shouldn't have done that. Yeah, so this small orc child screams as the warg sort of its powerful jaws bite into this orc boy.
Keg yells, "Good boy," while glaring at Birdperson.
Cool. What's this guy doing? Oh, this guy's dead. What's this guy got? He's got a big old great axe. He's gonna rush in, move half speed, bonus action, massive swing. Can hit up to 2 medium targets or 3 if they're within 5 feet of each other. Yeah, none of that. Okay. Boop. He's coming at you, Saudades, with his big old axe. No dice though. He can't handle it. Can't handle the swift moves of a newly sped up Saudade.
I'm going just quickly. I can see that I'm still stuck on 46 for both the Forge and D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
How much damage was the last one? The bow and arrow?
I'll just take the 4 off you in Foundry. It was just 4.
Okay, just 4. Cool. I'll take it. I just wanted to make sure it was accurate.
Cool. No, good work.
Okay,
Thank you. Keg, you're up.
Okay, as Keg has seen this dude eat this small orc child, and he's cheered out, "Good boy." He turns to see the orc behind Saudade.
Mm-hmm.
The dog can still understand me?
Yep, for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes. So I yell out, and him too, he's beaten you too. Don't forget him. And yeah, direct him in that direction.
At the, which one, sorry? Ping him for me.
The one behind Saudade.
Oh, okay, yeah. He says, "Oh, rough, yeah. They're mean, but I'm a good boy."
Yeah, you are. More tasty drink for you if you go eat him too.
I'll let you still move around and do some attacks if that is your prerogative. Because speaking now is kind of a free action.
Okay. I mean, he's sort of the last one for us to get, isn't he? No, they got these two down here. All right. Keg's going to charge ahead then. And launch at this big one in the middle.
That is the warg.
Is that the warg?
Yeah, that's the warg you've been talking to.
Oh, sorry, I thought I was closer to him. How about here? Can I say this guy?
Yeah.
Yep, excellent. I'm gonna launch a tank into this guy's face then.
Cool. As you sort of run in closer, you see around that corner, you start to see more orcs coming in from around that corner. One of them has a big fuck off broadsword, and the other one behind him is kind of painted blue with sort of like blue claw, almost like claw marks over his face, and he has sort of what appears to be sharpened claws, and sort of symbols, blue tattoos on his arms and shoulders.
I look at him dead in the eye and I say, "That looks cool," and then go to swing a tank at him.
Yeah, so he's attacking the archer for now.
Yeah.
Cool. 12. Unfortunately, he's not going to hit this archer, though. He is a little bit tough with his leather armor. You get a second attack?
Okay.
Oh, you rolled. You rolled.
Yep. I did roll twice.
Oh, sorry. The 14 will. The first one will hit. If you want to roll damage for me on that one.
Damage in it. Interesting. It's weird. I thought it rolled damage with it.
Yeah, we might need to work out why it isn't. That's cool. So 7 damage as the hammer comes down on this orc archer. He still seems somewhat sturdy, though. Looks like he's made of sort of tougher stuff.
I'll get him on the next one.
Cool. You hear the baying of hound. As a hellhound rounds the corner, it sort of opens its mouth, and from its mouth and kind of throat area, fire and steam seem to be coming out. And it is going to try and bite you with advantage thanks to pack tactics. Cool. Now, which one's advantage? Is it that one? So it bites into you there with a 23, rending into your flesh with piercing and fire damage.
Jesus.
For 12 damage.
All right. Just before he bites me, I make eye contact with it and I say, "Aren't you a god?"
Who's so good?
Exactly.
Out the from the edge there, the clawed orc creature. I wonder if I can show you his. Maybe not. Or you may have seen something like this guy, actually.
We fought one of these at the inn, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, when we murdered everyone at the inn.
Well,
when we murdered all the orcs at the inn.
When we did a what's it called? What's it called? Where you go to a city and you free them of the rain that's going on.
That's right. Yeah, when we liberated them.
Liberated.
Was this the culling of Strathholm? But like,
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
All right, he's going to come in with his claws, keg, up into your grill. What? Oh, he's got spells. Nah, none of that shit. He wants to get right.
Trim his fingernails. That's
He wants to get right in there.
That's asking for some sort of infection.
Can you imagine why?
To be honest, that'd be really good for playing, say, sort of guitar.
First attack comes in for a 12. The second attack tries to claw at you, Keg, but you're able to get that shield up, and you don't worry about it in the slightest.
I do not, sir.
He seems rather miffed. Birdperson.
Sweet disposition. So I move this over here, and I do an attack. I just find my spiritual weapon. Attack. So we want this fella. We want to do an attack, and just one. It's done a natty 20 to hit.
Critically hits the uninsurable Orc Archer.
Mm.
Can you roll me that crit damage? Because it says hit points updated, but I don't believe it because
Yeah, it hasn't done anything.
it hasn't rolled the damage. We'll need to go into the macro there and maybe adjust it.
It's 1d8 plus. What's my spellcaster modifier? It is
Wisdom, so that'll be 4.
4.
So it'd be 2d8 plus 4 as a crit, right?
Yeah.
And you just cast it as level 1?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I cast at level 2, I think.
Does that add like extra d8s per spell slot level?
No, only at level 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, got you.
There we go.
14. That's very spicy. He looks quite bloodied by that.
Nice. And I stay exactly where I am.
In the center of all the swirling
In the
clouds.
center of these swirling ravens.
Yeah. Cool. The Orc Archer is going to try and going to try and move away from you, Keg, to kind of get a better shot. He's just seems to have a dagger and a bow. So you're going to get a free attack of opportunity on him here.
Oh yeah. Get out of my way, guy with the blue face and the long claws. Piss off, mate. Come on, where's just my regular tankard that I can just swing?
Isn't that the
Searing
battle
Smite
tankard of
around.
smiting in there?
That is the battle tankard of smiting, but I'm just it's bloody everything in him except the battle tankard of smiting.
It should be in your items, like in your inventory. On your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm smashing that attack button.
It's not working. Let's see if I can give it a crack. Well, I rolled you a 3.
There we go. There we go.
But
Wait. Did you roll a 1? 1d8 plus 1 plus
7.
5. You rolled a 1.
yeah, but you rolled
7.
you rolled a 3 to hit, or like I rolled you a 3 to hit, I think, or
Right.
well, it says there a 12,
So overall 10.
which is not going to be enough.
12.
Also not going to be
It's
enough.
going up every turn.
The archer is able to step
fine.
back, sort of pull his bow up from the comfort of back here, and shoot you with it. And he critically hits you, Keg, for 9 damage.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
And I need a
That's going
Constitution saving throw from you because you may be poisoned here. Now you have advantage against poison. So you get to roll your con save with advantage.
Nice.
Hey?
Yeah.
Hey? No. Hey? All right. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. He is dead.
Cool. That's his turn. Saudade.
So I'm going to attack the guy right in front of me first. So I do 8 plus 15 hit.
The guy in front of you. Yeah, no, actually, he seems sort of more armored. He's more of a soldier type, wearing like sort of this half plate armor.
Motherfucker. All right. 22. Second attack.
That will definitely hit.
And then 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. We just keep going. Fuck my life.
And these are your
13.
unarmed attacks, right? Because they
Yeah.
threw your
So
spear.
they're all magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they're all like got a little bit of magic in it. 13 doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
No, unfortunately.
All right. Oh, cool. So there goes my flurry of blows. I'm doing so I spent the key point to do flurry of blows, and I get 23 on the next one. So this is my flurry of blows. I punch him. I do another 10 damage. So
Yep, he's now looking bloodied.
20 damage. And because that was a flurry of blows, can I get him to do a where is it? Open hand technique. If he fails a dex saving throw, he's prone.
Mhm.
Yeah, so can I get him to do a dex saving throw?
What's the target?
Oh, actually, no, sorry. Sorry, before I tell you the target, because that was a bit of a waste roll. Or it can't take reaction until the end of your next turn. So can I do that? He can't take a reaction.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's not a roll. He just can't take a reaction.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna actually run to help out my boy Keg. Going here.
Cool. Yeah. So he doesn't.
It's in the tree. I can't see anything. So I'm gonna.
Well, you can get into the tree.
If I'm in the tree, if I get into the tree, I can't actually see anything. So
that's fine. Let me
might as
move.
well go here.
Let me move these trees a little bit now that you're closer. How's that?
Actually, yeah, I can see things now.
Yeah. I'll also I can adjust these walls actually and make them terrain.
Is there any way I can kind of seeing like in the fracas of the fight, they're all aiming at old mate here. Is there any way I can kind of like sneak into the trees or do like a stealth roll to see if I can get by without drawing too much attention?
So to stealth or to hide is usually a full action unless you're like a rogue. So because you've already used your action, I'm going to say no.
That's brilliant. Cool. But I'm guessing like archers get disadvantaged because I'm in the trees.
Yeah, you'll have like maybe a +2 to your armor class because of cover. It's like light cover.
All right, awesome. Cool. Thank you.
All good. All right. The archer that has just watched like his nephew get eaten by a warg is going to shoot at the warg. Because it's kind of gone out of control. But misses. The warg kind of turns around and seems to be sort of seeing this sort of other hellhound and is like, oh, my friend is here. My friend. We're friends, aren't we? Yeah, we're all friends. We're all good boys. And the hellhound sort of sees or is biting into you, Keg, and seems to snarl at the warg. My kill. Stay away. And the warg is going to run off, and at Keg's suggestion, is going to try and bite into this guy up here.
Excellent. I got this. This is.
But can't seem to pierce the plate. All right, Blade Bearer Uthla. He's going to come running around the corner. And he sees a big target. What does this guy look like? Uthla runs in, accompanied by the Hellhound. Yeah. Cool. All right. He runs in, yelling, for grudge, as he charges in and attacks at you, Keg, very aggressively. He leaf.
I say, I know Gronk.
Let's go here, multi-attack, 2 attacks, cool, and he lets out a war cry, which gets everyone to add a little bonus to a couple of things. Let's give it a red hot crack. I don't think that's going to be enough, that first one, even with a D4, it's not going to help. Oh, this guy can just not make an entrance. What a guy.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. Where's this guy? He's being sort of eaten at by a warg. He's going to try and clap back. No one's hitting. Keg, you're up.
Right. Well, I'm in the jaws of a beast, which I don't love. I'm also very angry at the archer, but I'm going to have to deal with this beast first. So I
Just
think I'm going
ignoring the
to...
claw guy and the big, like, blade guy. I'll get to you.
Yeah. I'll get to... Don't worry, you guys are all going to get it. But being in the mouth of a dog, never good. So I'm going to Searing Smite this hell beast and see how it likes that. A bit of taste of its own medicine.
Cool. So Searing Smite is where you use your bonus action to imbue your next attack with fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so a hell beast that breathes fire.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to hit fire with fire, Daniel.
Yes.
You know how you stop a bushfire? You pre-burn. All right, take that, Green Party and anyone that voted for them. Okay, political. Let's keep moving.
Cool. So you gotta hit with your battle tank at a smiting first, and then obviously spend the spell to cast the Searing Smite.
Yeah. All right, let's just click this because I'm already over it. Yeah, that attack is just... It's weird. Okay. Whatever.
So you need to roll to hit because it's not rolling the to hit part.
No, it's not.
So are you clicking the little dice next to battle tank at a smiting in your inventory on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Or are you rolling it from D&D Beyond because it couldn't be easier?
So I'm clicking on Battle Tank of Smiting, and then it says standard roll, attack, damage, and I'm clicking on them.
So if you click standard roll, it pops up with a thing here that says attack, damage, versatile. And then if you click attack from there you go.
There you go.
That's a 15 to hit, and then it rolls the damage. Cool.
Okay.
And that is, so the 12 hits, and that does 12 bludgeoning damage. Now you get to roll the damage for your Searing Smite. Keg roll. Apply double damage, apply half damage. Okay. I think maybe it tried to put it on yourself, but as you sort of try and burn this hellhound, the fire ripples across its flanks, and it seems to just shake and shrug off the flames, seemingly taking no damage. I think it just auto-rolled for you, Keg. I'll just undo that. That's fine.
Oh my god, the Searing Smite doesn't hurt it, guys.
Fighting fire with fire did not work. The hellhound, having seen your attempt, is going to maneuver somewhat. Here?
Yeah, doesn't want to get this again.
Yeah. It turns and sort of the fires sort of, it shakes the fires out from its flank, and then you see the sort of growing, lighting up bellows within its gut glow from within. And I need you and Saudade to make a dexterity saving throw.
Easy.
Plus dexterity, so +7, so 16 altogether.
Okay.
Oh, that's a huge saving throw.
Plus the 2 from Keg.
Oh, yeah, so 19.
Keg got a 5,
no.
even with advantage, though you didn't have advantage for that, Keg, so...
What do you mean? I just did a Searing Smite. I'm on fire, in fire. How could I not have advantage?
So Keg, you take 27 fire damage. Saudade, you take half that.
So I've got that monk thing that means that I don't take any damage with a dexterity saving throw if I get half.
Sure, cool.
Yeah.
The evasion thing? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yep, sweet. So you take none of that. Just Keg takes the 27. I'll take that off your foundry one.
Yep.
That's a fair bit of your health, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a problem. We've got a problem.
Oh, wait. Did you already take it off there? Plus 27.
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you were on 34, and then you got hit by a 27.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, so it's going to be...
What's your full health, Keg?
50.
Fuck, I've got more
How does
health.
Saudade have more health than you?
Yeah, how do I have more health than you, mate?
I don't understand how this game works, mate. I just rock up and play it every week.
You
Cool.
can manage
Well, that
to
is where
get,
we're going to
Sorry,
end
Rob.
this week. On that cliffhanger,
Amazing.
we've made it to
The
9:30
cliffhanger is
once
how
again.
Saudade got more.
I'm going to make a
I'm
note.
sure it'll work itself out.
I'm going to make a note to myself to check Doug's health and work out maybe if he's a bit lower, because I think your constitution should be a lot higher than Saudade. So I don't know why he's got. Well, did you
I
take
think
tough,
you're right.
Saudade?
Huh?
Did you take tough?
What's tough? No, I don't take tough.
Like a
Something like-
feat to make yourself like more durable, like get more health?
No. No, I remember having 59. You put in 59 in D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I've just been doing D&D Beyond to like grade everything now.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, D&D Beyond's kind of like the master copy, and then I import it into here. So
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, because I mean, like that one's simple
Mhm.
when it comes to updating. Yeah, I too am surprised that like I thought 59 was quite weak at our level still.
Yeah. See that,
So
Kate?
to see
Weak.
50, no, I mean like 50, that's comparable to like the wizards and.
It just depends on your rolls.
Barnaby.
That's all. Like if
Yeah,
you're just
but I mean,
rolling,
like I'm pretty sure he gets a hit die of like plus 10.
he'll get a D10 or a D12 hit die, but it's still he can still take the minimum from that if he chooses. But if
Or if
not,
you-
But
when
isn't
he'll
the
take the
minimum?
roll.
Isn't the
The
minimum
minimum's
like
half.
the roll plus?
No,
plus
the
your
minimum's half.
Constitution modifier.
No,
Plus Constitution modifier, isn't it?
no,
I think I had
Not-
been letting
not-
you
not to
guys
add
take
new
half
health.
as the minimum.
it's just half. Or
It's
you
just
can either take half, or you can take what you roll. So if
So
Doug's
on
taking what he rolls,
on D&D
he can have
Beyond, I have Keg's max health. I have Keg's max health as 71.
That sounds more like it. Yeah.
That
Alright.
sounds more memorable than
Yeah.
50. Yeah,
So let's.
Yeah, let's
so
check.
something's changed there.
But
But that's
we'll
okay. Look, it doesn't matter. I'm going to murder this Telehound next week, or
Yeah.
in a fortnight, and then I'm going to kill the rest of the orcs, and then we're going to have a blood orgy and drink it out of
it's
a
gonna be
tank.
great. It's gonna be
It's
amazing.
going to be amazing.
Cool. I've put you down to about 30 points then, because I couldn't work out.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
That sounds
30
better.
out of 71
Alright.
makes a lot more sense. Cool. Glad we caught that. Before I just
Thank you.
murdered Keg.
No, we don't want that. He's everyone's favorite character. Hit F in the chat.
F's in the chat for Keg. Pour one out for Keg.
F's in the chat for Keg.
Cool.
One
Thanks,
out for
Doug. I know
Keg.
you got to bounce because it's 9:30. Thank you very much for coming to the sesh, and I'll see you
Past
in
my
a
bedtime.
fortnight, or potentially in a week if you want to watch the antics of Barnaby, Hahn, and Heimdall, and what they get up to in
I'm all
Waterdeep.
about it.
Nice.
I'm all about it. Thank you very much, Daniel. Cracking session. Good night, everybody.
No,
Magic. Have a
Cool.
good one, fellas.
Uh,
Enjoy your week, and I
I'm
shall.
just writing in
talk
my
to you
notes
soon.
here that Saudade will pay unto Garfield the deals warlock ownership of Saudade's soul and the promise of one
Oh,
favor to
yeah.
be claimed at Garfield's discretion. Garfield the deals warlock will allow Saudade to draw up to 4 cards from the deck of many things, plus 200 gold in store credit. Cool. Drawn 1 card so far.
Alex,
Yeah, man.
just to make sure that you like when you like if you're upgrading it, that it's doing right. I just had a look at D&D Beyond. It says for like the monk, it's 1d8 or 5 plus your Constitution modifier per monk level after first.
All
So,
right. Okay.
Yeah,
that's-
make sure. Yeah, in case I don't want you to like lose.
Oh
those
no, I
hit
haven't.
points.
I've just been doing whatever it was.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Too easy.
No, you're all good. All right. See you later, guys. Have a good one.
Cool.
Boys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that, bud.
Cheers, Sean. And to everyone else who was with us till the end there, thank you very much for watching the D&D Fancy Lads, their pantsless trek through time. We were man down this session, and we spent a lot of time at Fantasy Bunnings getting up to a lot of mischief there with the deck of many things. That was obviously quite out of left field, especially for me. I think for everyone. If you missed it, of course, you can go back and watch it on the YouTube channel. Please like, follow, and those kind of things. Much appreciated. We'll be back probably Thursday with the Tats and Tarasques crew who are playing through Lost Mines of Fandelver. And if I get some time on the weekend, I'm looking to do a DM prep. And if you caught the conversation Sean and I were having at the break there, looking to do a C campaign, bit of world building, and need to work out sort of 7 factions for this C campaign. For when the other 2 campaigns I'm running sort of get to that point, they're going to become pirates and ship to ship combat and playing a bit of diplomacy there. So that should be fun. Again, just thanks for hanging out in the chat. I know we had a bit of a chat with Baked Snake. Love your work, buddy. I'm glad you got to vote in the poll and give us some ideas of knocking him out. And everyone else, you are incredibly special, and I hope you have a lovely evening. See you soon.